Hello and welcome back to another Football Commentaries live stream tonight. For this Wednesday night National League fixture, we see title-chasing Barnet take on playoff-chasing Oldham at the Hive Stadium in a game which sees three valuable points available. The home side Barnet come into this game after back-to-back defeats against first-place Chesterfield and playoff-pushing Gateshead. The last time that Barnet lost 3 league games in a row was February of this year. Another run of defeats like that will seriously damage their title credentials. Oldham travelled down to London in some decent form after the appointment of new manager Mickey Mellon. After a slow start to the campaign with 1 win in their opening 9, they now have just 1 defeat in their last 11 National League games. This run includes a win in their last game away at Woking, where a 65th minute Norwood goal was enough for all 3 points. Last season's meetings between these two teams saw both of them win away from home. Barnet won 2-0 in November at Boundary Park, and Oldham won here at the Hive Stadium back in late February by 3-1. So tonight, as we edge closer to the festive period, will Barnet or Oldham take all the points, or will the spoils be shared? It's going to be a big game in the National League. It's the last one to be played in these midweek games. All the other games in this league midweek were played yesterday, and we'll go through some of the important results just in a moment. But tonight is Barnet Oldham. Barnet somehow still sit second after back-to-back defeats to Chesterfield and Gateshead, and Bromley had a chance. They sit third now, Bromley. They had a chance to go to second and put some pressure on Barnet, and they were 2-0 up at home, and then against Aldershot they went from 2-0 up to 3-2 down. They lost it in I think it was the 102nd minute. There was a lot of added on time in that one, and they lost somehow at home 3-2 to Aldershot. So Aldershot have moved up into the playoff spots. Bromley stay third but could have gone second, but it does mean that Barnet do stay second. Both Barnet and Chesterfield have already played 20 games. This game will put Barnet onto 21, so they would have played a game extra ahead of Chesterfield, who were in first. But at the minute, the point gap is 8. So if Barnet wins tonight, it'll go to 5 points, but Chesterfield would have a game in hand. So it is vital for Barnet to win tonight if they want to somehow try and keep ahead, try and keep on top of Chesterfield. And they also won last night, where Barnet won their last game. I think it was away at Woking, if I'm not mistaken. That's where Chesterfield played last night. So if you are new, make sure you like and subscribe. Stick around, because I'm hoping, fingers crossed, don't want to jinx it, but I think there'll be quite a few goals tonight. Let's hope so. Anyway, so with the results last night, we'll go through the more important ones. Let's say that dictate, that have an effect on tonight's game, so playoffs and above. So yeah, Woking, Chesterfield was 2-0 yesterday. Joe Quigley and Armando Dobra with 2 goals there. So that puts Chesterfield onto 50 points after 20 games, 16 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats. So a great win away yesterday at Woking. Struggling Woking, they've recently got rid of their manager, Daryl Searle, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's his name, because they were playoff getting last season, Woking, and now they're just outside the relegation zone. And yeah, there's that result. Bromley 2, Aldershot 3. So they went 2-0 up in 4 minutes, Bromley, last night. And then they got a man sent off in the 77th minute, so that was at 2-2. So Aldershot scored in the 59th, he equalised on the 73rd. Man sent off in the 77th for Bromley, and then they won it in the 104th minute. It was Kobe Rowe with the headed goal. So that puts Aldershot into 6th in the playoff spots, just behind Gateshead and Solihull Moors, and that keeps Bromley on 39 points in 3rd spot. Barnet are on 42 in 2nd with a game in hand, so Barnet could go 6 points clear of Bromley in 3rd with a win tonight. A win for Oldham wouldn't really move them. It would move them up, depending on how many they win by, probably by 1 spot. They'll probably go up to 10th, where they were before all these games were played midweek. If they win by 6 goals, then they'll go up to 9th and go above Rochdale. But I doubt that'll happen. But a win would put them on 30 points, and then they'd be 2 off the playoff spots, because top 7 is playoffs. So they'd be ever so close to the top 7 if they get 3 points tonight, Oldham. So it is a game that both teams would love to win, and not need to win necessarily. More so for Barnet, they need to win, because they're on a run of 2 losses in a row, and if it goes to 3, that league title starts to slip. Chesterfield were already going to be hard to stop anyway, we know, without losing 3 in a row. So Barnet definitely need the win, probably. I think Oldham would be okay in terms of their playoff chase, especially away at Barnet, who was second. It's a difficult place to go to. But if they can come to Barnet and take 3 points, if there's a time to play them, it probably is now, with the fact they are on that 2-game losing streak to Chesterfield, who they lost to away from home, 4-2. And then they just got beat at the weekend 2-0 to Gateshead. 2 second half goals gave them the defeat. So they have lost to 2 decent teams, Barnet, but still dropping 6 points isn't what they want at this point in the season. Upcoming commentaries as well are all scheduled on the channel if you want to have a look at them after the stream. We have got Saturday 5:30 kickoff is Brentford against Arsenal. And then on the Sunday, we've got 2 commentaries coming up on the Sunday. We have got Aberdeen against Rangers at 12, and at 4:30 we have got Everton taking on Manchester United. So 3 commentaries coming up at the weekend, and then we'll have 3 or 4 more next week as well. So make sure you like and subscribe as the international break has come to an end, and we can all start looking forward to club football. I think for 4 months, I think it is now, no international break, which is fantastic, because international breaks are slightly boring to to say the least. But we're just waiting for the 2 teams to come out. Just under 4 minutes to go till kick-off, so we'll go through the teams in a little bit more detail right now. And we'll start with Barnet, and we think it's going to be a back 3, but we'll wait and see, because we're not sure, and neither are the fans on Twitter. So we're going to have a guess. We think it's a 3-4-3, and it's going to be number 1, Laurie Walker in goal, who is featured in every single game so far in all competitions this season for Barnet. He has joined on a free from Stevenage at the start of last season. The back 3 we think is going to be Adebola Aluwo, who is 24 years of age, and he signed this summer from the National League South side, Chelmsford. And then the other 2 centre-halves is going to be Jerome Akimo and Danny Collins as the back 3. The right side of the wing-back is going to be Idris Kanu, who is usually a right winger, but we think he's going to play in a right wing position, formerly of West Ham for 6 years during his youth career. And on the left is going to be number 14, Harry Pritchard, who is also featured in every game so far this season for Barnet, and 3 goals have came in the FA Cup. 4 he scored in all competitions, 3 in the FA Cup, and they all came in the 4th qualifying round against Averley, where they had to be forced into a replay against them to qualify for the first round of the FA Cup, where they have progressed into the second round, where they will play Newport, the team which knocked out Oldham in the first round. 2 central midfielders as well is going to be number 18, Anthony Hartigan, who is on loan from Mansfield for this season, and next to him is going to be number 8, Dale Gorman, who joined last season at the start of the season from Yeovil Town. And a front 3, it looks like it's going to be Callum Stead on the right, new signing from Brackley in the summer. He's got the 5 goals so far this season, and all of his 5 goals coming in the last 8 games. On the left, it looks like it's going to be Nicky Kabamba, who is their main goal scorer. He's got 12 so far this season, and he's going to be hopefully supplying the number 26 up front for Barnet. Gary Hooper, who was joined from the United Arab Emirates Gulf United in October of this year. He's got 8 appearances so far for Barnet this season. It's his first start for them. He's already got 2 goals, both in the National League against Solihull Moors in a 1-1 draw, and in that 4-2 defeat away at Chesterfield. So it's a fantastic signing for Barnet to bring such an experienced striker in Gary Hooper, now 35 years of age, over 600 career appearances, played for the likes of Celtic, Norwich, Sheffield Wednesday. He's got fantastic CV, Gary Hooper, and he is starting his first game for Barnet tonight. And for Oldham is going to be Matthew Hudson in goal, with back 4 of Kieran Freeman and Charlie Raglan, who joined in the summer from Portsmouth and Cheltenham, and then Harrison McGee on the left centre-half, and left-back Mark Kitchen, who won the division back with Stockport County a couple of seasons ago. And then a midfield 3 of Nathan Sharon, Dan Gardner, and Josh Lundstrom, who signed from Altrincham in the summer. And a front 3 of number 15, not 14, number 15, Devan De Green, who joined in February of this year from Telford after a successful trial period. On the left is going to be Mike Fondop, who's got the who's got no goals so far this season or competitions, but did get a red card in a 2-0 loss in August to Solihull Moors. And leading the line is their main signing, joined for an undisclosed fee from League One Barnsley in the summer, and that is James Norwood, number 30 for Oldham. He's got the 8 goals so far this season in the National League, 4 in his last 6, and he also scored the winner in their last game away at Woking in their 1-0 victory, and that was his first in his last 4 in all competitions. So it's good for him to get back on the score sheet. So they are the 2 lineups. We've got referee Paul Johnson, who's officiating these 2 teams for the first time this season. And it's 2 teams who are looking to get promoted back to the Football League, where both sides have been quite recently in the Football League. Oldham's last season in the Football League was in the 21-22 season, and for Barnet, their last season in the Football League was a 23rd place finish in League 2 in the 2017-2018 season. As we are getting underway for kick-off, it'll be Oldham kicking left to right, Barnet right to left. It's Oldham with kick-off, a long ball over the top into the 18-yard box, where it can be collected by number 1, Laurie Walker, ahead of number 30, James Norwood, and it's Barnet to now play out from the back. I'll get the timer started. So, Barnet on the ball, midway inside their own half. It's cleared forward by number 22, Aluwo. Headed back forward by Oldham for Kitchen. Flicked out wide, looking for number 19 for Oldham, Dan Gardner. Tackled strongly there by Barnet captain tonight, Dale Gorman. Throwing, I believe, for Oldham, I think, or did he give a free kick for that? It was quite a strong challenge, but I thought he may have got the ball first. Oh, it's a bit of a scissor challenge there. Didn't really get the ball there, Dale Gorman. Definitely has to be careful. Barnet's number 8, captain tonight as well in central midfield. The Oldham free kick has just gone long down the channel, down the left channel on the far side. It's gone straight out for a goal, for a throw-in. But now we're underway. Cole concentrated. It's a goal kick for Barnet. They're going short to their right centre half here on the edge, and that is Aluwo. Now into the midfield with number 18, Hartigan. Back it goes into the 18-yard box with Aluwo. It's now the goalkeeper number 1, Walker, who played 47 appearances last season in the National League, including the playoffs in every single game. Got the 13 clean sheets, but did concede 69 goals last season. Barnet, altogether, 2 in the playoffs, where they were beaten at home to Boreham Wood in the playoffs, unfortunately. Had a bad end to the season last season, Barnet. They had such a great year, obviously, such a great season, but they only won 1 of their last 8 before the playoffs. So they went into that playoff game not in great form, and unfortunately they just couldn't quite see themselves through deep into the playoffs, which is a shame, but it looks like they're going again this season, and they picked up where they were left off in terms of position. They finished 5th last season, which got them into those playoffs. It's now Barnet on the ball, halfway line. Gary Hooper looking for a ball over the top, cut out though by Oldham's number 16, Charlie Raglan. It's now the right back Freeman, down out to the right to Green. Midway side his own half here, Green being forced to go back here by Akimo. Green tries to turn, runs into a bit of traffic here, but he's helped by his teammate Freeman. Clearance comes off to Kabamba, who strikes from the edge of the box, and that's blocked. And back out to Green on the right-hand side. Nodded back towards Freeman, the right back, tries to get it forward. Helped on by the head of number 8, number 8, Josh Lundstrom. And eventually out for a throw-in for Oldham on this near side. Come on, the Latics. We've got an Oldham supporter in the chat. Let's see who we want to win. What score do we think it's going to be as well? We've got any score predictions as well. And he's actually gone for a goal kick. I thought it had a block from a Barnet man from an Oldham clearance, and he went right through for a goal kick. 3.5 minutes in. No big chances as of yet. We've had a Kabamba shot there on the edge of the box, but nothing to test any of the goalkeepers as of yet, as it does look like Oldham's goalkeeper in a full pink jersey, Matthew Hudson, will clear it long, well over the halfway line, up towards Fundop up front for Oldham, as he flicks it on, and he's wanting Norwood to chase it. but he doesn't, and it'll go straight through to Barnet's goalkeeper, Laurie Walker, and they play out from the back. Here's the 18-yard box here to number 4, Danny Collins, signed last season in the summer from Dover on a free transfer. Ball inside now into the midfield to Hartigan. Out to the left here to Pritchard. Down the line and forward into the Oldham half, and it's Hooper to play it down the line to the left-hand side here. It's number 10, Callum Stead. Enters the box onto his right foot, shoots across goal, and it's just gone wide. Not far away there from Callum Stead, who's on a bit of a goal-scoring streak at the minute. 5 National League goals this season, all in the last 8 games. And it was really well played out from the back. Hooper from up front, dropping deep to link up the play, and he played it down the line to Callum Stead, who was allowed to run into the box there. He was eventually closed down by Charlie Raglan, but Raglan, the centre-half, just let him stride into the box and cut it onto his stronger right foot. And as he shot across goal, it was a yard or so wide, not really troubling Hudson in the Oldham goal, but it's a decent attempt, decent run at goal, and first chance of the game as the goal kick is again flicked on by Fundop, and again Norwood chases, but not really near it, and it'll be Walker to collect right near the edge of his 18-yard box, just about stayed in his 18-yard area, the goalkeeper, as he has it on with his feet in his 18-yard box to the right to Collins. He'll drive forward down the right channel on the far side. He'll go back inside to his left and across to Aluwo. Now to the left to number 6, Akimo. It will drive forward towards the halfway line, not being pressed here by Oldham as of yet, as he'll dink it over the top, looking for a ball towards Kabamba, comes off the top of the head of McGee, and it'll be cleared away by left back Kitchen, and it'll be a throw in for Barnet just in front of the technical area. It'll be taken on the halfway line, as there is a healthy travelling support there from Oldham Athletic. It's a 3.5-hour drive down to London. Could be more with the traffic on a Wednesday night, so some fantastic travelling there, a couple hundred for sure, who travelled down tonight. Good support there from Oldham Athletic, as Barnet still have it on the halfway line here, with Collins, the centre-half. He's got an option down to his right. He'll play it through down the right-hand side. It's a great ball in the box. He pulls it across, and it's cleared to the edge of the box to Lundstrom, who will then clear with the left foot. It was a great ball there for Idris Kanu, who was the one who pulled it across goal, and it was dealt with by Oldham in the end, and it was cleared by Lundstrom, but it's regained by Barnet on the near side here, with left wing back tonight, Harry Pritchard, who's got just the 1 goal so far this season in the National League. Harry Pritchard came in an away win at York in late September. It's still inside their own half here with goalkeeper Walker. Goes to his left here to Akimo. Pritchard. Back it goes to the edge of the box here to number 1, Laurie Walker, 34 years of age now, Barnet's goalkeeper. Spending his 2nd season at the club as he sends it to the right here to Collins again. He's got options down the line and an option inside. He goes down the line here to Hooper, who's just drifted from striker, just out to the right to help link up play again. It's been laid back into Collins, the centre-half. Midway inside their own half here for Barnet, it is Oluwo. Now to Akimo, passes the halfway line from left centre-half of the back 3. Looks out wide left, and he will find Stead, who's offside. He is bemused by the decision, and so am I. I didn't think he'd strayed offside, but the assistant referee's got his line up, got his flag up. No replay of it, so we're going to have to presume that he was offside, but if he was, that's very lazy from Callum Stead, who's had the first big chance of the game 5 minutes in, just shooting wide of the far post. So in the right back area, it'll be Oldham's goalkeeper to take it, Matthew Hudson, signed in December of last year from Buxton, where he joined Buxton from Preston North End last year. As the free kick's gone diagonal out to the left, Fundop challenges for it. It'll drop out to the left-hand side, where it's been played out there by Nathan Sherron, but can't be kept in by Oldham's left-hand side, and it'll be a throw-in for Barnet, thrown backwards into the defensive third here to Collins. He's been forced towards the byline here. He turns on the corner flag, plays it down the line to Gorman, inside to Hartigan, chips it down the right-hand side, but it's Kitchen to get there first for Oldham. And he plays it inside, and they look to get the return there. Sherron just misplaced the ball towards Kitchen, and there'll be another throw for Barnet on the far side here with Dale Gorman, Northern Irish international. Played 15 times for the under-21s for Northern Ireland. A long throwing down the line. It'll find Idris Kanu here, who gets beyond the Oldham centre-half, and he gets an early cross into the 18-yard box towards the penalty spot. Flicked away by Freeman. Kept alive here for Barnet by number 14, Harry Pritchard. It's gone back here to Akimo. There's Barnet. Play from the back again. All Oldham plays behind the ball, but that's a great long throw there by Gorman to find Idris Kanu, the wing-back, who's clearly got some really good pace. He got away from number 17, Harrison McGahey there. And again, another cross from Kanu, just not quite finding a orange and black shirt. As it is Oldham dominating the possession in the early exchanges of the game, as we're just under 10 minutes in. Still Barnet 0, Oldham 0. As it's Collins, the centre-half on halfway. Long ball over the top. Looking for, I think that was Gary Hooper. It's just gone away from the striker, the 35-year-old. And it's gone into the hands of Matthew Hudson. Decent ball forward there towards Gary Hooper, who spent last season on loan in Cyprus with Ammonia, who played Manchester United in the Europa League group stages last season. There's a long ball forward down the left-hand side for Oldham. Was looking for Fondop, but Fondop, the left winger, was seen in an offside position. So it's a free kick for Barnet, just inside of their own half, and they'll play with central centre-half here, Oluwo, who will find Akimo at left centre-half. Inside it goes to the halfway line to Hartigan, caught in possession, and Oldham can try and break now. Fondop, out to the left-hand side here. There's a cross attempted to go into the middle there by number 19, Dan Gardner, but he's blocked and out for a throw-in the left-wing position for Oldham. On the far side, where they'll leave it for Kitchen to take, getting forward from full-back. Really good win of possession there for Oldham on halfway, pickpocketing Anthony Hartigan. The throw-in has gone into Gardner here in a left-wing position for Oldham. Tries to play into the run of Kitchen, who gets an early cross in. It's not dealt with here by Barnet. Eventually it is by Collins, and it'll be cleared out to the right to Gorman, who tries to play it down the right-hand side, and it will find Hooper just inside the Barnet half. Chops away from one Oldham player, passes the halfway line, plays it inside here, and a ball across to the left, and it finds Callum Stead, who's in the final third here for Barnet. He's got Akimo overlapping. Goes on the inside instead on the edge of the box. Plays it back here to Hartigan. Back he has to go here. And then gets the return here, Hartigan. Then goes back again to halfway. To Oluwo. And it's back to the edge of the 18-yard box now to Laurie Walker. Good defending from Oldham, forcing Barnet to go all the way back into their own half here. As it did seem the counter-attack could have been on there. So great skill on the right-hand side by Gary Hooper. As Laurie Walker dinks it forward, looking for Kabamba, headed away by McGahey. As far as the halfway line, where it can be picked up by Collins for Barnet. Cleared up forward, looking for Kabamba up front for Barnet, but it's been headed back by Raglan. Back to his own goalkeeper, as it's now Oldham to attempt to play out from the back. It's McGahey forward. Again, lost on the halfway line, picked up by Dale Gorman. It's now Hartigan for Barnet. On the halfway line now is Akimo, number 6, where he was at Wealdstone for 5 years before joining Barnet last summer. He was captain as well at Wealdstone. He'd spent a year there previously in 2013-2014 at Akimo, and then went there again from 2017 to 2022. 35 years of age now, centre-half, Jerome Akimo. It's Gary Hooper in a right-wing position again for Barnet, just keeping the ball and playing it inside. He doesn't lose it, Gary Hooper, when he has it, making his first start today for Oldham since joining last month on a free from the United Emirates, Gulf United he was at. Barnet are not afraid, just keep possession of the ball. And they've got it again. It's on the left side with Akimo. Down the line it goes, looking for Callum Stead. He takes it on the turn beautifully, away from Freeman. Charging down the left, gets an early crossing towards the penalty spot. It's well dealt with in the end by McGahey and headed away by Green, but he was fouled there as he headed away by Callum Stead. And it will be a free kick in a right back area for Oldham Athletic. Well won there by Devan Green. Number 15 for Oldham, not 14. I do apologise, got the numbers wrong. Can play right across the front line, Devan Green, but he will be playing on the right hand side, his more natural side tonight. Making his 14th start in the National League this season. 3 goals so far for him against Oxford, Kidderminster and Rochdale for Devan Green. As his free kick that he's just won has been taken long up front, looking for Fondop as it's been flicked on there, and again no one's chasing it. He's done that 3 times now, Mike Fondop, where he's won a flick on, around the edge of the box, and just no one's been there to chase it. Yes, not every flick on's been that accurate, but no one's chasing, no one's asking the question of the Barnet defenders, and They've got it again here with their goalkeeper Walker in the 18-yard box. A long clearance past the halfway line up towards Kabamba. Header won by McGay. But as McGay wins the header, it comes off Kabamba. And it'll be a throw-in for Oldham Athletic, midway inside their own half here, with left-back Mark Kitchen. As I mentioned previously, Mark Kitchen, he has won the league in this division with Stockport County a couple of seasons ago, where Stockport County beat Wrexham to it in the 21-22 season. And Mark Kitchen was a part of that. That's a switch out to the right-hand side by Oldham towards Devon Green, which runs out of room on the right-hand side, Green, and it's a throw in for Barnet as they play out from the back in the 6-yard area. It's with goalkeeper Walker, who's out of his area, out of his goal line, and he plays it forward, and they lose out here to number 8, Lundstrom. On the Oldham right, plays a ball inside to Freeman, the right back who's got into the box in a right wing position, tries to take on Olowu, but just gets out muscled there, Freeman, and it runs through to the goalkeeper. Very risky playing out from the back, Barnet. Like I say, Laurie Walker, the goalkeeper, was well out of his goal line, was nowhere near his goal, and as they lost the ball, it nearly just allowed for a little shot on goal, but Oldham wanted to play instead, and they did get it through to Freeman, who got forward from right back into a right wing position, and he just needed to pull the trigger, and unfortunately just didn't quite have the space and the time to do so, and he was out-muscled off the ball there by Oluwo. There's Norwood in the centre circle, wins the free kick, comes off the hand of Hartigan as he tries to dribble round the Barnet midfielder, and the free kick's been taken quickly. It's now with McGay to Lundstrom. Out to the left now for Oldham. Lays it back off to Lundstrom, who's having to go across to the right-hand side, and he finds Raglan. He's inside his own half. Diagonal switch out to the left-hand side, I think he was looking for Gardner there on the left, but he wants it in behind Gardner. He just went behind him, and it's a Barnet throw-in, already taken. So with their goalkeeper in the 6-yard box, clears it first time, helped on by Hooper with a nice little flick into Kabamba, who holds it up, then lays it back into Hooper. Good play from the two Barnet forwards as they swing it out to the left-hand side to Callum Stead. Tackled strongly by Kieran Freeman, and it falls to Akimo for Barnet on this near side. So it's still the home side on the ball. And it's with their middle centre-half, number 22, Adibola Oluwo. He's got the 2 goals so far this season in the National League. In the first game against Hartlepool and in the 7th game against Boreham Wood, where they were both wins for Barnet. As midway inside the Oldham half, it is Hartigan. Gorman back out to the left here to left wing back Pritchard, who goes forward and down the left here to Callum Stead. He's got everything to his right here. The left winger, he tries to chop inside on Devon Green. He lays it back off instead to Pritchard. 1-on-1 with Green. Plays it down the channel towards the byline. Clipped into the far post by Akimo, and the header's won by Kabamba. But it aims towards the corner flag. It wasn't a very accurate header. And it's Gardner now on the ball for Oldham. To left back Kitchen in the 18-yard box. Clears it down the Oldham left. Header won though by Collins. And it'll go out for an Oldham throw-in a left back area. Decent chance there for Kabamba on the header, but completely misplaced it. It was a decent cross in the end by Akimo, who from centre-half had made a left wing run down the channel and crossed it in. And about 8 yards out, Kabamba got up there, but just headed so far wide from the post. Like I said, he was aiming towards the corner flag, the header. And nothing came of it in the end. As Nicky Kabamba is having a good season. 12 National League goals, 16 in all competitions. But he's only scored 1 National League goal in his last 5 games. So, not loads of goals for Kabamba. Thrown down the line by Mark Kitchen for Oldham. Comes off the head of Fondop last. Actually, I think it's a foul. Fondop pulling down Gorman, Barnet central midfielder. And it'll be a free kick for Barnet. They've already taken it, and they're on the halfway line here with Pritchard back into the back 3. Well, he's gone out to the right-hand side here on the far side to Collins, exactly on halfway. He plays down the line towards Carnu, but a simple 10-yard pass has run out of pitch. It's gone out of play. Oldham throwing. Poor ball there towards Idris Carnu, who's been dangerous so far tonight. When he's got on the ball, Idris Carnu, causing Oldham some danger. It's definitely the person I'd be looking to try and get on the ball if possible. 25-year-old wing back tonight, Idris Carnu. Kitchen with the throw-in. Gets the return here, Mark Kitchen, and he has to go backwards here towards McGay. Low clearance down the Oldham left, picked up by Gorman, but the heavy touch has been cleared away by Oldham's number 14, Nathan Sherron. And as he clears it there, Sherron, he was caught late there by Dale Gorman, who stayed down himself hurt. Barnet's captain. Sheron definitely got there first and cleared the ball, but then Gorman just caught him after the ball had gone. It'd be a harsh yellow there by Paul Johnson. I don't think it will be a yellow. Just didn't quite get there ahead of the Oldham man. The number 8 for Barnet, 27 years of age. Dale Gorman played 83 times in League 2 for the likes of Stevenage, Leyton Orient and Newport County, who Barnet have next in the FA Cup second round in a couple of weeks' time. As it's an Oldham free kick, launched into the Barnet half, down the Oldham left, looking for Mark Kitchen, as it'll be Idris Carney to try and see it out for a throw-in, but the ball's been kept in. The ball goes in the box towards Fondop, dealt with in the end by Adibola Oluwo. Cleared eventually, and it goes out for an Oldham throw-in as their new manager, Mickey Mellon, giving out instructions, appointed in October of this year. Managing his 7th game for Oldham. 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses, so pretty even record start his managerial career at Oldham. Mickey Mellon, as Oldham give away a free kick there inside the Barnet half, given away by Dan Gardner. And it's on the edge of the 18-yard box here for Barnet. Goes across to the left side of the box where it has to be chased down here by Pritchard, who's in the left centre-back area here. The wing back, and he plays it back into Laurie Walker, the goalkeeper. Long clearance up towards the halfway line, goes over the head of McGay and can be brought down by Kabamba. Forced out to the right-hand side, just about keeps it in here. 10 yards inside the Oldham half. Plays it back, heels it into Carnu, who goes to the halfway line to Collins. Inside to Hartigan, who has to go back into Collins, who just dropped back into the Barnet half. Switches out to the left-hand side here to Akimo, who brings it down and plays it forward. It's now into Pritchard in the centre circle. Out to the right to Collins. Midway inside the Oldham half is Idris Carnu, the wing-back. One-on-one with Kitchen. A couple of step-overs, wanting to take on the full-back here. Drives on the inside, Carnu. Plays it backwards here. And goes inside now. For Barnet with their number 18, Hartigan. Hooper goes back to Hartigan. Still midway inside the Oldham half. Forward to Hooper. He goes back out to the right-hand side here to Carnu. Back to Hartigan. Furthest right here is Gorman. Everything to his left. He just goes backward, though, to Collins. Then down the line looking for Carnu, who gets there at the kitchen. And he's going towards the corner flag here, Carnu. It's a low ball into the 18-yard box where it's a strong slide challenge there from Lundstrom. And Norwood will get there first. And he completes a 1-2 here with Fundop. And then he has to go back, Norwood, into right-back Freeman. Inside to Lundstrom, forward to the halfway line to Fundop, later back to Lundstrom, tries the first time ball, cleared by Barnet, then cleared away by McGay for Oldham, and it's brought down eventually for Barnet by Collins on halfway, and he dinks it over the top, down the left-hand side, looking towards Kabamba. It'll drop to Callum Stead in the end, in the box, one-on-one with Freeman, onto his right foot, forced out to the edge of the box here, and he plays it here to Hartigan, forward to Gorman, he's got it back to goal, lays it back off to Hartigan. Plays it into the path here of Collins, who's got Carnu in support, and he'll play it to the wing-back, who tries to take on number 19, Dan Gardner, comes off the Oldham man last, throwing for Barnet, deep inside the Oldham half, as they've already taken it quickly here, and it's still with Dale Gorman. Now back to the halfway line, to Oluwo. Centre half still has it here, being closed down by Fondop. Ball goes inside to Hartigan. First time ball looking for Hooper. Cut out on the halfway line there by Gardner. Taken quickly by Gorman. Throwing cut out by Mark Kitchen. And it'll be taken again by Gorman. Throws it into the midfield here to Hartigan. He tries to take it away from Oldham's number 14, Nathan Sheron. They're forced out to the left-hand side here though, Barnet. One-on-one here, Callum Stead with Freeman, who tackles the Barnet winger. And it comes off Stead last, so it'll be an Oldham throw-in. Good defending there by number 23, Kieran Freeman, who was released last season by League One Portsmouth, where he joined from in the summer. He's played 9 times now. This is his 9th appearance for Oldham. And he's completed the full 90 minutes in his last 3 games in the league. He hadn't played in any of the minutes of the last 12 games before that, so he's back in the team now, Freeman, and getting a nice run of fixtures and you know, full 90 minutes in the tank to build his fitness up, because he only played 7 games last season for Portsmouth, struggled a lot of injury, hence why he was released by the League One side. As Barnet have already regained possession, they've worked out to the right side here with Carnu, try to take on Kitchen. He gets around Kitchen, but then Gardner's there to clean up, and Oldham have it in their 18-yard box here with Sheron. Left foot clearance up towards the halfway line. It'll be Fondop to give chase as it enters the Barnet half. Walker will get there. His pass comes off Fondop, who will get there. Brought down in the box. Penalty kick. Huge error from Laurie Walker, the Barnet goalkeeper. And as he takes down Mike Fondop, the penalty has been given. Yellow card it is for the goalkeeper. Given by Paul Johnson, who was right on the scene to see exactly what punishment was correct for the Barnet goalkeeper. It was just a hopeful ball into the Barnet half there. And he's worked hard already tonight, Mike Fondop. And he's done it again, just chasing the lost ball, really. And Akimo was just seeing it through to his goalkeeper, who did get there. Tried to play a pass out wide to the Barnet right-hand side. But as Fondop was still chasing it, he intercepted the ball, chased it down. Yeah, I think it came off Fondop. And yeah, entered the box. And was brought down. And it'll be James Norwood to take the penalty. Signed from League One Barnsley in the summer. He's got 4 goals in his last 6 in the league. He scored their winner at the weekend. And he slams the penalty into the top right corner. And the travelling side have a lead that they'll want to defend. It's what they've done for the majority of this game already. And they've been able to deal with Barnet's possession. And they've given themselves a lead from 12 yards. James Norwood with the goal. It's 1-0 Oldham. Such a gift for the away side, but it's one that they will definitely take. Norwood drills it, top right corner, roof of the net. You don't save them ones, even if they're on target. Even if you guess the right way, and the keeper goes the right way, they're hard to save. And this one for Norwood was on target, and that's why Oldham have a 1-goal lead. Barnet have absolutely dominated the possession. It's been all Barnet. They've not had many clear-cut chances, in fairness, but they've definitely had a lot of the ball. And just one error from Laurie Walker passing it off Fondop. And he chased it down Fondop, got into the box, was brought down as Laurie Walker tried to make up for his error. Brought him down, yellow card, penalty. Callum Stead for Barnet on the left, trying to make some magic work midway side the Oldham half. Plays to his right here to Hartigan. Out wide right once more to Collins from centre half. Trying to take on Sharon. And he brings down the Barnet man. Free kick for the home side on the far side, on the right flank. I do think on a replay, I think the referee originally gave a red card by accident. Pulled out the wrong card and took it back and obviously waved the red card away and then booked him. I didn't see that at first. I only saw it on the replay that they just showed then. So, an accidental red card. And that was taken back and her yellow card was given in the end. But really poor from Laurie Walker, 34 years of age, experienced goalkeeper. You'd think he'd deal with that better, but gave the ball away, then gave a penalty away, then didn't even save it. And Oldham have a lead. But they have got a free kick, 25 yards out, far right hand side, low cross into the box. It's helped away there by Freeman for Oldham, their right back. Only as far as Akimo, who's in the centre circle here. Fires out wide left for Barnet towards Callum Stead, who's kept it in and it's hooked into the box there. No, he wasn't kept in by Callum Stead, and it'll be a goal kick for Oldham Athletic. Not a great free kick to start with by Dale Gorman, the captain. A little bit of a low one, an easy clearance in there for Freeman, and then, to be fair, the recycled ball back in there by Akimo wasn't that much better. So Laurie Walker, the Barnet goalkeeper, has the booking, gave the penalty away. It's 1 clean sheet now in Barnet's last 10 in the National League, so they are starting to leak a few more goals now. He has got 6 for the season, but I don't know what on earth he's doing tackling Mike Fondop like that. He kind of tackles him with his head, like slides in head first to bring him down. Strange one from Laurie Walker. And it allows Oldham to take a lead. As he is the one to clear the ball here towards the halfway line to Hooper. Header won by McGay for Oldham. Brought down here by Gardner. It's now Lundstrom driving down the Oldham left, poking it forward towards Fondop, who will get there ahead of the Barnet defender. Gets a shot on at the near post, saved by Walker. Norwood can't follow up, and Barnet can play forward now towards Hooper, who loses it midway side his own half here, to Gardner. As Oldham have it in their own half here. With Raglan Chipping it out to the right side, looking for Green. Cut out though by Barnet's Akimo. And they have it on halfway on this near side with Pritchard, the left wing back. Sadly goes to Hartigan on loan from Mansfield this season, the League 2 side. Pritchard's been forced to go back into his own half here. With Aluwo. If you could like and subscribe, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Under half an hour in. 1-0 Oldham as they continue to play. Hartigan out to the right hand side. Idris Kanu, final third. Crosses it low, near post. And it's towards Kabamba. But it was a big challenge in there at the near post there by Charlie Raglan. And I think it'll be a corner for Barnet. As that ball was played down the right channel by Hartigan, Kitchen cleared the ball. And he believed that he was caught as he cleared it. And the referee didn't give a free kick. So that left loads of space for Idris Kanu down the right-hand side. Because Mark Kitchen, the left-back, wasn't there because he was down. As he thought he'd got fouled. The referee said no. And he just booked Kitchen for a dissent. As he obviously had some words to say to the referee for not giving him the decision to go his way. But Barnet have a corner. Far side. Outswinger. Right foot. Near post. Header won by Norwood. Goes out to the edge of the box here. Where it can be won by Green. Laid back after Norwood. Clip forward towards Fondop, who will not get there ahead of Idris Kanu. And Barnet survive the counter-attack. And they regain possession here, the home side. Just over half an hour in. The home side trail 1-0. James Norwood penalty. Scoring his 9th National League goal of the season. Halfway line now is Danny Collins. Formerly of Stuttgart, Barnet number 4, centre-half. Struggled with injuries though in his 5 years in Germany. Then returned back to England and is now making his 65th appearance for Barnet. As Barnet attempt to play it down the left-hand side towards Callum Stead. It's an overhit pass straight through for a goal kick for the away side. Definitely been their best player so far, Callum Stead, for Barnet. Joined in the summer from Brackley, from the National League North, where he scored 13 for them in 49 league appearances, including the playoffs, where they were beaten in the final, unfortunately, to Kidderminster. So it's Oldham with the goal kick. Taken by Matthew Hudson. Towards the Oldham left, where Fondop will go for the header. Can't quite win it, but it does drop in the end to him. As Oldham head it forward, he tries to head it back there. Fondop eventually does drop to Lundstrom, just in front of the halfway line for Oldham. They go back into their own half here with left-back Kitchen on the far side. Lifted ball down the channel, and it does find Lundstrom. Great ball by Kitchen. Good control and hold-up play by Lundstrom, as he's then tackled here by Gorman. And he runs out of room, and it's a throw-in for Barnet. Throwing quickly towards Hooper on halfway, and he will get there ahead of Sharon, but his touch is heavy, can't quite find Kabamba. And it's now Oldham on the ball. Again, a high ball down the right channel, looking for Green. Header won by Akimo. It will be picked up, though, here by Norwood. We'll lay it off to Green on this near side. Back to right-back Freeman, who's adventured into the Barnet half, then back on halfway. He has it on the ball. Goes back once more here to Raglan, and across to his centre-back partner, McGay. Goes forward towards halfway line. Taken nicely on the turn here and plays through looking for Norwood. It's a good interception though in the end there. But I think that was Aluwo. And he goes out for an Oldham throw-in on halfway. Nearly a great chance to slip through there, James Norwood. Ball clipped forward for Oldham. Can't quite find Fondop, but the clearance drops here to number 14, Sharon. Gardner. Back goes to Kitchen, midway side his own half here. Oldham just keeping possession here. It's now Raglan, at number 16 on the ball. Clips it over the top, looking for Fondop. Header won though in the end by Aluwo. But his clearance only as far now as Norwood. Edge of the box, doesn't pull the trigger, plays out to the right to Green. Low pull back to the edge of the box where it's helped on. And I think it was a shot, but it was a difficult one for Sharon, who was getting forward from midfield there. And as Green pulled it back to the edge of the box, it just had quite a bit of height on it. It was too high and too quick, and it was a hard finish for Sharon. He hit it into the ground, and it just bobbled out of play for a goal kick. But Oldham have definitely grown into this game. The goals obviously helped their confidence, but they were doing okay against the Barnet possession. Barnet's dominated the ball, and Oldham weren't really, panicking with Barnet having a lot of the ball, because Barnet weren't doing really a lot with it. And now they've got something to protect. It does help Oldham in this game. As Barnet have it inside the Oldham half, just on the edge of the centre circle here with Hartigan. Goes out to the right-hand side here to Gorman. He's got support here with Callum Stead. He's drifted out to the right wing here from the left-hand side. Hartigan back forward to Stead on the edge of the box. Plays it inside. Collins back to Hartigan. Gorman on the right-hand side, wanting to cross, does cross, deflects for a corner. On the far side, set piece now for Barnet. Chance for the home side to get back level. Like I say, 1 clean sheet in their last 10 games now, after conceding tonight. Their last clean sheet came against Oxford, late October. So they're just leaking a lot more goals, which isn't helping their form and isn't helping their run to try and keep up with Chesterfield, who are running away with the league at the minute. Currently 8 points clear Chesterfield with a game in hand. Gorman, outswinger, near post, helped on. It met it. Eventually, it needs to be cleared here. It'll be picked up by Akimo. Goes back, cross goes in, free header for Stead. Across it goes and slammed in, and the flag's up. It's a huge mess at the back there for Oldham, and even for Barnet, really, going forward. I think it was Kabamba at the far post who slammed it into the back of the net, but the assistant referee's got his flag up. Let's have a look. It was Kabamba actually who kept it alive, and as the cross went in, and Callum Stead won the header free, 6 yards out, completely miscued the header. He was meaning to head towards goal, but it headed back towards the path of Kabamba on the right-hand side, who smashed it into the goal, about 5 yards out on the angle. But as Callum Stead won that header, Kabamba was coming back from an offside position, and it's a rightly disallowed goal. So Barnet have had the ball in the back of the net. 35th minute, but Kabamba was offside. And we continue. Clearance from Oldham towards Green on the right-hand side. Header won here by Akimo. Kept in by Carnu, who's come out to the left-hand side here for Barnet. Laurie Walker in the 6-yard area. Clears it left-footed up towards halfway. Chested down by Hooper. And played out to the right-hand side here to Danny Collins. Brought forward here. Played across to Hartigan for Barnet. As they look down the left-hand side here. It's now Pritchard, the number 14, on halfway. He goes back here to Oluwo. VAR is not needed. That was definitely not a goal. I am pretty sure Kabamba was offside as the header was won by Callum Stead. A header that he should have got on target and maybe scored, actually. He's only 6 yards out, Callum Stead, from that cross back in from the corner. Unmarked as well. Free header. Down the line it goes to Gorman towards the byline. Can he keep it in for Barnet? He will with a cross towards the far post where Kabamba will meet it off the bar, and it will be cleared eventually for Oldham by their number 14 Sharon, and Kabamba comes close again. He's just been disallowed a goal, and this time the bar stops him from scoring. It was a great ball in from Gorman. It was just a floater towards the far post and a couple yards out on an angle. Kabamba headed it back across goal where he just hits the top of the crossbar. Very unfortunate there from Nicky Kabamba, who's been on fire this season for Barnet. 16 in his previous 23 games in all competitions this season. And he nearly gets Barnet level again. But the bar stops him this time. Still 1-0 Oldham, with their left-back Kitchen being forced towards his own goal there. As his pass back's been blocked by Kabamba, and it'll be a throw-in midway inside their own half here for the left-back Kitchen. Barnet starting to show that they can create some chances, something they haven't really done throughout the game. Kitchen, long throwing down the line, past the halfway line, helped on by a Barnet man, but it only falls as far as their number 6, Jerome Akimo, and he's back in possession of Barnet. Making his 75th appearance tonight for the club. Akimo didn't feature in their last game against Gateshead. Jerome Akimo sat on the bench for that one in their 2-0 loss at home to playoff chasing Gateshead. Oluwo with the centre half. Passes the halfway line, then plays out to the left-hand side here to Akimo. Got Pritchard in support. He'll lay it off into number 14, who will drive inside and ends up going backwards again to Oluwo. Sorry. Barnet are going to try their right-hand side now with Collins. Forward into the Oldham half. Gorman chased down here by Kitchen. Brought down by Kitchen. Free kick for Oldham for Barnet on halfway. Conceded by Oldham. Quickly taken out to the right to Hooper in the box. Needs an option. Plays it to the edge of the box here to Gorman, who will strike it. Blocked in the end there by number 19, Gardner. And he'll trickle out for a throw in for Barnet on the far side, right near the corner flag. So the pressure continues from the home side, and currently Oldham are just about holding on. Gorman with the throw-in. Needs some more movement from his side here. He's got the likes of Collins there with him. Hartigan as well. So is it backwards instead? To Oluwo. It's now with Laurie Walker, the goalkeeper. Midway side his own half here for Barnet. He will clip it forward. It's a high one looking for Kabamba. Header won by Raglan. Only as far as Callum Stead, who tries to flick it on into the 18-yard box. Can't quite find Gary Hooper. And he'll run through in the end for goalkeeper Matthew Hudson, who came through the Preston Academy. The goalkeeper, born in Southport, the 25-year-old, making his 25th appearance for Oldham since joining last December. And he kicks it out of his hands into the Barnet sky. Looking towards the Oldham left where Norwood lets it bounce and he tries to chase it ahead of Collins, but the Barnet centre-half will get there first. He keeps it in on the far right-hand side and plays it inside to Hartigan, who clears it down the right side. Blocked and out for a throw-in for Barnet. Just in front of their own technical area. Just inside their own half here. Taking quickly. It's now back inside now to Hartigan. Looking out to the left-hand side here to Akimo. Halfway line here is Idris Kanu, who's testing the waters down the Oldham right-hand side, down the Barnet left. He did start down the right-hand side. He was having decent success, Idris Kanu, down the right-hand side for Barnet, but they've switched him around with Callum Stead. As it's Hooper, 25 yards out on the ball. Loses it, though, for Barnet. One back here by Lundstrom. Norwood. Lundstrom clears it forward. And there's a bit of ping-pong here, and eventually it falls to the feet of Collins for Barnet. Midway inside the Oldham half. Plays it inside here to Pritchard. Back into the centre circle of Hartigan. Sweeps it to the left here to Kanu, who brings it down. One-on-one with Devan Green. Going to go on the outside of Green, then tries it on the inside. Puts a low cross into the edge of the box. It's cleared away by Raglan up towards Fondop, and he will touch it down to Norwood. He passes the halfway line, charging down the Oldham left, plays it back inside to Fondop, who keeps it alive for Oldham, and allows players to get forward. It's now Lundstrom to Sharon in the centre circle. Back we go, and Oldham restart in their defence on halfway with Raglan. Plays it out to the right here to Green. One-on-one with Akimo. Takes it on the outside here, Devan Green, and puts a cross into the far post. He stands one up towards Fondop. Goes over him and can be cleared away by Gorman. Up towards Kabamba, who lets it run for Hooper. Plays it through and in behind here for Callum Stead. Kitchen's chasing him down. He enters the box on the right-hand side. Tries to cut inside as he brought down. The referee waves it away. There was questions. Callum Stead just couldn't quite keep on his feet there. And Oldham can bring it away. Down their left-hand side. They see a switch on the right-hand side. And it's a great ball out to Green. Midway inside the Barnet half. He's one-on-one again with Akimo. Tries to drive on the inside this time, Green. He's been forced to go backwards here in the end. Number 14, Nathan Sherron. Formerly of Liverpool's youth team. Nathan Sherron. It's now on the halfway line here with McGay. Kitchen falls back to his own goalkeeper. So decent defensive work there for Barnet to force Oldham to go all the way back to their own goalkeeper. Their head coach, though, Dean Brennan, isn't the happiest boy. Barnet's head coach, as they do win the ball back from the goalkeeper's long ball there for Oldham. Hartigan, midway side his own half in. Back towards the 18-yard box. It's been played to the goalkeeper, Laurie Walker, who clears it first time. Beyond the halfway line, but nowhere near a orange and black shirt. One back by McGay, who plays it forward to Fondop for Oldham. He's got options ahead of him. It's a nice slip ball through towards Norwood, who can't quite take on the Oldham defender of Collins. And it's cleared in the end, and it's going to be a throw-in for Oldham on this near side towards the corner flag. They are linking up nicely, Fondop and Norwood. There's a little striking partnership with the outlet of Green on the right if they need it. They've got a decent little setup tonight, Oldham, as the throw-in's been taken by Freeman to Fondop, who's just drifted out to the right-hand side here. Ball play down the line here to Green. Now Lundstrom. He's been forced to go backwards here after being closed down by Pritchard. And he's been forced to go all the way back to the edge of his 18-yard box here to Hudson, the goalkeeper, who clips it first time forward into the Barnet half. Brought down by Collins. It's a heavy touch. It can be won back by Sherron for Oldham. Oh, it's Gardner who took it over in the end. He tried to play a ball through, but Collins blocked the passing lane off. And Barnet have it back just inside their own half here with Pritchard. He's going to restart now with their goalkeeper, Laurie Walker. Barnet won 5 in a row at the start of the season, between September and October. beating the likes of York, Kidderminster, Fylde, Dorking and Maidstone. It is definitely games you'd expect them to win. But in this league, it's all about building momentum and winning games consecutively. Something they're not doing at the minute, Barnet. They're losing games consecutively. Lost their last 2 in the league to Chesterfield and Gateshead. They don't want to make that 3. There's Gorman there on the Barnet right, was caught late there. He stayed down. Look at that penalty shout for Callum Stead. I just don't think there's enough in it. Kitchen just did have an arm on him, but not enough to bring him down for a penalty kick as a ball switched out to the right for Barnet. It's been cut out here for Oldham. And they lose it though to Norwood on the halfway, gives it away. Looking towards the Oldham midfield, couldn't quite find a blue shirt. It's been worked out to the left here for Idris Kanu. In the final third, tries to take on 2 Oldham players, gets sandwiched in between them both, and he's brought down. Free kick for Barnet on the left-hand side. Good winger play from Idris Kanu, who is going to be... I think he's got Devan Green in the book. It was Kieran Freeman and Devan Green who were the 2 players defending him, and he's tried to go in between both of them. He's got beyond Freeman, and I think it was Green who just pulled him down in the end, and he's the one to be booked, Devan Green. And it's a free kick for Oldham, for Barnet, for Oldham to defend, as we just hit the 45th minute. It feels like this first half has flown by. Thanks to everyone who is here, and if you could like and subscribe, that'd be absolutely fantastic. 2 minutes of additional time. Oldham lead from a penalty, scored by James Norwood in the 26th minute. Barnet have absolutely dominated possession, but it is Oldham with the lead at the moment. But it will be Dale Gorman, the captain, with his right foot to swing this crossing from the free kick. He goes towards the far post. It's a decent ball. It's headed away by Mike Fondop. Only as far as the edge of the box to Hartigan, who gives it away. Try to feed it out to the right-hand side to Gary Hooper. But then Oldham do too much of it on the edge of the box. Lundstrom fouling on the edge. And that's a free kick for Barnet. Really poor to give away there by Lundstrom. They've done the hardest part there, Oldham, defending the cross with a header away. And as Lundstrom was trying to hold it up, he was just doing too much. And Kabamba took the ball off him, and he's trying to win it back there, Lundstrom. He's just kicked through the back of Kabamba, trying to win the ball, and he conceded the free kick. Perfect position, just to the right side, so there's a bit of an angle on it for Barnet. More suited for a left footer. About 22 yards out, maybe not even that. Close distance here, and it's a perfect free kick opportunity for the home side to get level just before the break. Dale Gorman stood over at the captain, but it is number 18, Anthony Hartigan, who is placing the ball down. And I think it will be the number 18 for Barnet to take the shot. He's got the 2 goals this season for Barnet, none of them at home, and he swings the free kick just over the top right corner, over the bar. Aiming for that top right corner of his right boot. The goalkeeper, Hudson, was scrambling and diving for it. But thankfully for him, it went over the crossbar. And it looks like at half-time it will be Barnet trailing by 1-0. Like I say, Hartigan hasn't scored at home yet this season for Barnet. Both of his league goals have come away to Kidderminster and Dorking in wins as well, away wins. As Hudson, the goalkeeper for Oldham, will clear it long towards Fondop in the Barnet half. Doesn't win the header, but he does drop for Sherrin, who sends it over the top here to Norwood, who brings it down in the 18-yard box, but he was offside. And it's a free kick again for Barnet, just on the edge of the 18-yard box here. As we have played the 2 minutes, the referee still hasn't blown for half-time, as Walker sends the free kick long, deep into the Oldham half, headed down by Kabamba to Pritchard, who plays it out to the left here to Kanu. 1-on-1 with Freeman, enters the box, byline, takes him on, left-footed, lifted ball, pulled back again, Hooper with the shot, blocked and wide for... I think it's half-time he's blown for. Huge opportunity at the end of the half for Oldham as they will go in level. Great skill from Idris Kanu, who's been a nightmare all night for Oldham so far. Takes on the outside, away from Freeman, clips it to the far post, to Dale Gorman, the captain, who pulled it back in. And he found the Barnet striker in the box, who shot and it was deflected. It was Gary Hooper with the shot. 6 yards out, blocked, deflected wide, which would have been a corner, but we'd ran out of time for the first half, so the corner couldn't be taken. But it's a vital block. I think it was by Charlie Raglan, who was being celebrated by teammates for his block. And at half-time at the Hive Stadium, second place Barnet trail by 1-0 to Oldham. Very interesting first half, that is for sure. First chance of the first half did fall to Barnet, and it was with their left winger tonight, Callum Stead, who drove into the box on his right foot, cut in, shot towards the far post, but it just went wide of the post. And then it was just all Barnet possession. There wasn't really any chances for the home side. And the first chance for the away side came through the penalty spot. A long, hopeful ball into the Barnet half was chased down by Mike Fondop. And as he chased it down, it fell to the goalkeeper. He tried to play it out to the Barnet right-hand side, but it was blocked, I think, by the Oldham striker, who then chased down the blocked pass into the 18-yard box, where Walker was chasing him down as he was out of his area, the goalkeeper, and he brought him down in the box with a sliding head tackle. It was a strange one from the goalkeeper, brought down the Oldham striker, conceded the penalty and received the yellow card. And then from this 12-yard spot, James Norwood got his 9th goal of the season for Oldham. It's 5 in his last 7 now for the Oldham striker, and it did give the away side the lead. Then a few minutes after the goal, there was a few more chances. Mike Fondop had a shot at the near post, saved by Laurie Walker about 5 minutes later. And then Barnet started to have some attempts of their own eventually. They had a goal ruled out for offside through Kabamba. And then a few minutes later, in the 38th minute, Kabamba then hit the bar with a header from a cross towards the far post. It was a tight angle. He did well to hit the bar, to be honest. So Kabamba had a goal ruled out. He's hit the bar. Gary Hooper's had a block shot right on the end of the half there from 6 yards out. So Barnet, since going 1 goal down, have had a couple of big chances themselves, something they weren't creating at the start of the half. But after the first 47 or 8 minutes of the first half, it is Barnet 0, Oldham 1. And if you are to leave for half time, make sure you return in around 15 minutes time for the second half, because I think it'll be a good second half. We've got Barnet, the home team, chasing the equaliser down, and if they chase the equaliser down, they'll want to go on and win the game, and Oldham have got something to hold on to now. They're playing well, Oldham. Definitely gained confidence on the ball when they scored the goal. Before the goal, they were just sitting back. They weren't doing much with the ball when they were winning it back, but when they won the goal and they had something to protect and kind of something to play with, they started to be a bit more adventurous and create a few more openings. The likes of their 2 forward players, Mike Fondop and James Norwood, were linking up really nicely. And they've got a lead. Yes, it was from the penalty spot, and yes, it was quite a fortunate way to win a penalty. Laurie Walker, the Barnet goalkeeper, venturing out of his 18-yard box to try and help Barnet play from the back, and eventually gave it away. And it was great work from Mike Fondop, the Cameroon-born striker, because it was just a nothing ball into the Barnet half. I can't remember who cleared it for Oldham. I think it was Nathan Sherron on the edge of his 18-yard box. Just cleared it into the Barnet half, just clearing it upfield, getting Oldham to kind of push up from the back and get out of their own half. And Mike Fondop just chased it anyway, even though he was all on his own. He chased it. Laurie Walker, the goalkeeper, came out for it, tried to play it out to the right side. Fondop blocked it, in behind he went, brought it down before he could shoot, in the box, won a penalty, and his side's 1-0 up. So good forward play from Mike Fondop. But yeah, if you could like and subscribe, it'd be absolutely fantastic. 3 commentaries coming this weekend. The first one on Saturday at 5:30 kick-off, Brentford taking on Arsenal, and then 2 on Sunday, where we've got an early kick-off of Aberdeen against Rangers in the Scottish Premiership from 12 o'clock, and then at 4:30 in the Premier League, we've got Everton, who have just been deducted 12 points, taking on Manchester United, who have got 4 wins in their last 5 in the Premier League, so they're a team in form at the minute, Manchester United. So 3 commentaries coming up at the weekend, so make sure you check all of them out. And thanks to everyone who's here. Great numbers this midweek, and I have a feeling why we might have a few more in than usual, because there's absolutely no football on tonight, bar this, I think. I don't know if there's any more. Is there any more international games on tonight? I don't even know, to be honest. But obviously it's been international break this last week and a bit, but we've been able to cover that with WSL commentary at the weekend. We did the Women's Manchester Derby at Old Trafford, which Manchester City won. And then we've also covered National League today. So we've been able to deal with the no club football. There's no football on today. We've got the Women's Champions League and some Women's League Cup action, but nothing in terms of the men's game. Nothing tonight. So thanks to everyone checking the stream out. It is much appreciated. Make sure you like, subscribe, and just keep the stream on. Even if you stop watching it, just keep the stream on, because I've got 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. And the reason I've got 1,000 subscribers was due to the National League game, the playoff final last year, Chesterfield, Notts County. The stream was absolutely insane. I've never seen so many people in the stream. And we got over 1,000 subscribers, but we just need watched hours. So watched hours is basically how much you watch the stream. And if I gain a certain amount of watched hours, then I start getting monetized, start getting paid, which would be nice. Which means I can do this more often. So yeah, if you could just keep watching the stream, that'd be really, really helpful. As great commentary, mate. Thank you very much. Eastside Reviews, hello. Hope everyone's okay. Thanks for the commentary. Well done, Oldham's doing us a favour so far. Anyway, from a Spyrite fan, see you in the second half. Yeah, I feel like if Barnet lose this tonight, there'll be 3 losses in a row, and I know we're only in November, but Chesterfield would be 8 points clear in first place with a game in hand. Which they win that game in hand, that's 11 points, and that means Chesterfield would have to lose 4 games from now till the end of the season. And the pass from Laurie, oh, that's such a mess. So they're showing a replay from the penalty incident. So Laurie Walker's pass out towards the right hand side actually comes off his own man. It comes off a chemo. So it doesn't come off Fondop, who's chasing him down. It comes off a chemo and then into the path of Fondop. That's so bad. And then Laurie Walker, who's chasing him down, Fondop, who's trying to enter the box. So it comes off the defender. Fondop's chasing the ball to the edge of the box, gets there. Sorry about that. Gets to the edge of the box and enters the box. And then Laurie Walker comes in the goalkeeper to obviously try and make up for his mistake. Sorry. Do apologise. Yeah, he's not gone. Thing is, he could have tackled with his hands. Because by the time he goes to tackle Fondop in the box, he's in the box, so he can use his hands. You know, he's not outside the box, but instead he goes with his head. Honestly, it's bizarre. I don't want to make myself look like a bit of a fool, but he kind of like goes in like with his head like that, slides in, gets none of the ball, takes out Fondop before he can shoot, and obviously gives the penalty away, which is dispatched by Norwood. But at the time, they weren't showing a replay of an angle which shows who blocked Walker's pass, the goalkeeper. Was it Fondop who blocked the pass, or was it his own man, Akimo, who was seeing the ball through to the goalkeeper? But unfortunately, he passed it against his own man into the path of Fondop, who then obviously got down on goal, but couldn't get the shot away in time. But did win the penalty, which was dispatched by James Norwood. The second half will be getting underway in just under 5 minutes' time. I'm going to quickly just go and get a drink. I'll literally be about a minute, and I'll be back, where we'll be getting prepared and ready for the second half at the Hive Stadium. So just give me a minute, stay around, as the second half will be getting underway in about 4 or 5 minutes' time. There we go. We're back. But can Barnet turn it around? Last time, I've mentioned this before, but if you weren't here, last time Barnet lost 3 league games in a row was this year, actually, in February. So last season, but still this year. They lost to Notts County, relegated Torquay in Altrincham. And obviously, if they lose today, they would have lost to Chesterfield, who are top. Gateshead, who are currently 5th. And obviously Oldham, who will go up to 10th, I believe. So they have lost to 3 pretty decent opponents, but still, when you're chasing the title, you can't be losing 3 in a row. Like two is probably the most you can lose in a row. And then you've got to start picking up points again. 3 in a row, it just kills momentum, doesn't it? Really, it kills a bit of confidence, and especially when you're chasing a team like Chesterfield, who have got a lot of quality. You can't really give them any head starts, and when you're letting them 8 points clear with a game in hand, it's kind of Chesterfield's to lose, and you don't really fancy them losing it, especially with their manager Paul Cook, who's absolutely fantastic manager, not at just this level, but in the levels above as well. He's a fantastic Football League manager, Paul Cook. So for Chesterfield to get promoted, he'd be fantastic for them in League Two. But obviously there is another spot available to go through promotion in the National League, which is through the playoffs. So that could be Barnet's to take as well. But at the minute the playoff spots are taken by Barnet in second, Bromley in third, Solihull fourth, Gateshead fifth, Aldershot sixth, Aldrincham seventh. And really, I mean, out of those teams, I think any of them could win the playoffs. I don't think there's an outright favourite, really. On the day, I think any of those teams could beat each other. So I think the playoffs this year for the National League will be very, very tasty. They always are, but especially when any team could win against anyone. So the second half, we'll be getting away just a few minutes time. We had a few minutes of added on time, so we'll just be kicking off again just in a few minutes after 9. Good commentary, mate. Cheers. Thank you very much. That's from an Oldham fan. What fans have we got in here? We've had 2 Oldham fans, I think. We've got a Chesterfield fan who'd obviously keeping an eye out on this game, because if Oldham do take the 3 points off Barnet, that will put Chesterfield, as we've just been talking about, in a very strong position at the top of the National League table. It is the second National League commentary as well on the channel this season. We also did Rochdale when they took on Chesterfield, and Chesterfield won that game 2-1. We're currently 1-0 here at the Hive Stadium, where Barnet have been at this ground since 2013 when it was built and opened. It can hold 6,500. Not very well, doesn't get filled very often. Barnet's ground, unfortunately. I think they're averaging around 2,000 attendance this season. I mean, I could be wrong, so I'm pretty sure I saw that when I was researching. They don't really smash the attendances at home. Barnet, I'm being nice giving them 2,000. The average, about 1,700 on average. It's not great for Barnet, especially when your team's second. I mean, I know Barnet are in London, and there's a load of teams in London, but the second, 42 points, 13 wins from the first 20. You'd hope that more would turn out for them, but there's a lot of clubs in London. It's I don't know what the ticket prices are like as well. Obviously, some fans might be struggling to pay to get to the games. So, but it's just you'd like to see this ground packed out a little bit more, not as empty, create a bit more of an atmosphere. Thanks to everyone who stuck around during half time and who is going to be sticking around for the second half here in this National League fixture between Barnet and Oldham, who finished 12th last season. Oldham in their return. They don't spend a lot of time in non-league, but in their first season in the National League, they were relegated in 23rd. And I was looking, and they've just the last 10 seasons, Oldham, they've not had any great seasons. I mean, even last season, 12th isn't amazing in the National League. Obviously, they were relegated in 23rd from League Two. Season before that, in League Two, 18th, 19th, 14th, 21st in League One, where they were relegated. Then 17th in League One, 17th again, 15th. They've not had a season for a long time where they've actually finished high. Their last promotion, Oldham, was back in 1991 into the First Division, which was then, following a couple of years' time, were made into the Premier League. So they've not had a promotion in over 30 years, Oldham, and they want that to change this season. And under Mickey Mellon, their new manager, that could definitely change as we are back underway for the second half. Oldham already attacking on the left-hand side. Mark Kitchen, ball into the back post there towards Green, who can't quite bring it down. It'll run through towards the corner flag, where it'll be picked up here by Idris Kanu for Barnet. Plays it to the edge of the box here to Pritchard. Left-footed, high ball, out to the Barnet right, brought down here for Oldham by Gardner. And it's now with Raglan. Playing it out to the right side here to Green. Midway side the Barnet half. Devon Green, he's got Fondop supporting him. And he'll play it to the striker. Plays it back into Green on the edge of the 18-yard box. Tries a 1-2 there. Unfortunately, didn't quite come off there with Sharon. He wins the ball back here off Carnu. Lundstrom for Oldham on the right-hand side. Tries to play a ball through to Freeman, who didn't quite make the running behind. And it'll be a goal kick there for Barnet. Rapid and positive start there for Oldham. The team you probably wouldn't really expect. You'd think that it would be Barnet to kind of come out all guns blazing, but it's Oldham to have the first exchanges of the second half. Barnet clear from their defence up towards the halfway line. Header 1-0 for Oldham. Drops only as far as the Barnet man, who volleys it up the field. Looking for Kabamba, and he brings it down nicely. Lays it off to Carnu on the left-hand side. In the final third, 1-on-1 with Freeman, the Oldham right-back. Takes it on the outside, byline, crosses, and it deflects over the bar. And it's going to be a corner for Barnet. He's been an absolute nuisance all game so far for Oldham. Idris Carnu. Definitely a good weapon that Barnet have. And he's won them a corner here early on. Come on, Charlie Raglan, do your old club a favour from another Spyrite fan. Got a lot of Chesterfield fans in. Corner goes in, near post, helped on by an Oldham man towards Collins at the far post, who heads it back on, and then Kitchen heads out for another corner. What a chance. I think it was Collins to win the header. Near post went in, the corner went in at the near post there. And it was helped on by Freeman of Oldham, straight to the header of Collins, who headed it back across goal, and it was wide. And it had to be put behind for another corner by Kitchen. So another right-footed in-swinger here from Gorman. It goes near post again, header won by Kitchen this time, and away for Oldham. All as far as the edge of the box to Idris Carnu, who keeps it away here from Gardner. And it's Barnet still on the ball of Hartigan. Down the line it goes here to Gorman. He's forced to go backwards here and to the halfway line. It's with a chemo. Forward to Hooper, and he gets the return here in the centre circle. Aluwo out to the left here for Barnet. Inside it goes to Pritchard. Looking out to the left to Hartigan, who switches up the play and goes out to the right side to Collins. Midway inside the Oldham half. Collins looking for options. Goes out to his left to Pritchard. He's got Carnu out there. 1-on-1 here with Gardner. He's isolated the Oldham midfielder. Drives on the inside here, Carnu. Edge of the box. Playing it across himself to Collins. Barnet's number 4. Out wide right once more to Gorman. Everything to his left, and he plays it back into Collins. Patient build-up here from Barnet, who still trail 1-0. Ball played forward, looking for Stead. Picked up, though, in the end by Raglan. Good defending for Oldham, and he clips it forward, looking for Norwood on the edge of the centre circle in the Barnet half. But it's picked up there by Aluwo. And it's back in Barnet possession on halfway. Bit of a waste there for Oldham, especially by Raglan. Bit of a misdirected ball towards Norwood, and they've zipped out to the right here to Callum Stead, driving inside for Barnet, away from 2 Oldham players, and playing it into Hooper, edge of the box, spins and swivels and tries the cross, but it's a low one to McGay, who clears for Oldham, up towards Norwood, who's been stopped there in his tracks by Akimo, and it'll be a free kick for Oldham, just inside their own half. Good striker play there from James Norwood to win the free kick, and to give his side some breathing time. Free kick, about 15 yards away from the halfway line here for Oldham Athletic. He's just had to come under some pressure with some defending. No real chance created there, though, from Barnet. Only one from the corner. But from open play, it's not really challenging Oldham, as they've dinked out to the left-hand side, kept in here towards Fondop, but it's a header away by Collins. And it's now midway inside the Barnet half with Hartigan. Forward and out to the left to Pritchard, who finds Carnu again on the far side. 1-on-1 with Freeman. He's also got Green in support. He's already on a booking, the Oldham winger. He cuts inside, chops back onto his left foot, where it's been tackled out towards the corner flag. And the last touch comes off Carnu, thrown for Oldham. As I mentioned, right next to the corner flag. Carnu stayed down there. As he tried to chop back onto his left foot, he obviously feels that he got caught there by Kieran Freeman. Yeah, big Cruyff turn chop back onto the left foot, and that's got to be a free kick, surely. Kieran Freeman's gone to kick the ball, just kicked Carnu's ankle. Hence why the last touch came off Carnu. And it's an Oldham throw-in. Oldham throwing, because obviously Carnu did get the last touch. But Freeman just kicked his ankle. How the referee has not give that a free kick on the edge of the box, I really don't know. So it's an Oldham throw-in, which is the right decision, but it should be a free kick for Barnet. And there is the Oldham manager, Mickey Mellon. He's experienced plenty of promotions. He won this division back in 2012 with Fleetwood with a certain Jamie Vardy. And he's won playoff promotion from this division in 2010 and 2018. And then also won playoff promotion in League 2 in 2019 with Tranmere, with James Norwood, who's the striker now for Oldham. Spent some great times with Tranmere, 4 years at the club, James Norwood, with those 2 promotions from the National League in 2018 and League 2 in 2019. Gorman with a free kick in for Barnet, collected by Matthew Hudson. The promotion in 2018 from the National League and then promotion again in 2019 from League 2. Unfortunately, Tranmere are back now, down in League 2 once again. Hudson for Oldham, kick out of his hands. It's a high one towards the Oldham left, where it's headed backwards by Collins, and it'll be picked up here by Gardner. Right on the corner flag here for Oldham. On the near side, trying to go down the byline. Can he get around Collins? No, he can't. Good defending from the Barnet man, recovering from his error. And it's now a Gorman in the right wing-back position for Barnet. Plays it forward and inside to Hartigan, who takes it forward, dribbles forward and plays a nice ball over the top to the right. And finds Callum Stead, who's drifting inside from the right-hand side. Can he release it? He does find Carnu. 1-on-1 now with Green here, Idris Carnu, in the final third. He wants to get onto his right foot. He'll play it backwards here. Cross goes in by Akimo, where it'll fall through towards Callum Stead, Gorman, who's been forced to the edge of the box. And he goes back to Hartigan. About 30 yards out here, Akimo. To the left again, to Carnu. Everything to his right. He's got plays in the box like Pritchard and Hooper. Tries to go towards the byline. Chops back onto his right foot. Lays it off to Akimo again, who fancies a second bite of the cherry. Cross goes in. Head off Kabamba. Still in the sky. Header won by Raglan. And the whistle's been blown. Not sure if Kabamba was whistled there for a foul or an offside. I think it was an offside, the line the assistant referee's given on this near side. Kabamba as the cross went in from Akimo. Coming back from an offside position. And from open play, Barnet just haven't created enough tonight. Set pieces is where they've definitely looked more dangerous. Getting the crosses into the box. Hudson for Oldham. Up towards Fundop, header away by, I think that was Oluwo. But only as far as Lundstrom for Oldham on the right-hand side. Brought down there late by Collins. And that'll be a free kick for Oldham on the far side. Pritchard, actually, who gave the free kick away. Lundstrom just charging down the Oldham right, trying to turn back towards his own defence to try and keep the ball, but then he was just caught late there by Harry Pritchard. Got 16 goals last season, Harry Pritchard, for Barnet. 16 in all competitions. Scored the only goal in their playoff defeat to Boreham Wood last season. So, doesn't know where the net is, Harry Pritchard, 31-year-old. Formerly of Bradford. As the cross goes in, Norwood with the header from the free kick. And it was a header from quite a distance, about 12 yards out. And it was an easy save in the end for the goalkeeper. But Norwood allowed the free header from the free kick. As Barnet have already lost it, Stead tried to play it inside to Gorman in the Oldham half. It's now Freeman. Down the line it goes to Oldham on the right-hand side. Try to look in behind here. Can't quite release the pass. There, Oldham's number 19, Gardner. And it's now with Akimo. Finds Carnu. Pokes it back to Akimo on halfway. As it's Barnet again. In possession of the football in the Oldham half. Feeding it out to Carnu. Midway side. The opposition half. Tries to take on 2 Oldham players, and he does do so. Idris Carnu enters the box. Onto his right foot. He's brought down from behind, and the penalty's given. Kieran Freeman at right back for Oldham just cannot contain Idris Carnu. And 10 minutes into the second half, he's given away a penalty. Idris Carnu down the left, goes in between Gardner and Freeman. And as Freeman tries to make up for getting taken on a first time, he takes him out the second time and concedes the penalty. Great wing winger and attacking play for Midris Kanu. He's got the pace, he's got the skills, he's got the agility, and he's just won his side a penalty. And I've just been talking about Harry Pritchard's goal scoring from last season. He's got the 4 in all competitions this season. He got 16 in all competitions last season. He's got a chance to get 5 for the season from the penalty spot, and it's high into the roof of the net. And it's a goal for Barnet, and it's an equaliser. And it's a number 14 from 12 yards out to give them a route back into this game for the 3 points. He was left-footed down the centre of the goal, just lifted it into the roof of the net. Hudson dived to his left, and then the penalty was just drilled into the roof of the net, right down the middle. Similar technique to Norwood's penalty in the first half, and it's 1-1 at the Hive Stadium. A penalty apiece. 1-1. We're back playing to Green on the right for Oldham. 22 yards out here on the right side, edge of the box. He decides to strike it straight down the throat of the Barnet goalkeeper, Laurie Walker. That's Barnet back in possession in their own half. Down the right side with Collins. Plays it inside to Hartigan, who switches it, lifted, out to the left-hand side. They're just going to aim for Kanu, and I don't blame them at all. Kanu, midway inside the Oldham half. He's not got many options around him, so he's been forced to go backwards into his own half here with Adibola. Oluwo. It's now Akimo. Back down the line again. Helped on to Kanu. Oh, final third, he was there, but it just ran out of pitch there. The ball. And it's a throw-in for Oldham in their right-back area. Boy, Idris Kanu has been absolutely fantastic tonight. Formerly of West Ham during his youth career. He's got the 4 goals so far this season, all in the National League. Got a brace in a 3-3 draw against Eastleigh in Game 3. Hasn't scored in his last 3 that he's played in, but when he's providing skill like that to win his side penalties, I'm sure the manager won't be complaining at all. Throwing down the line for Oldham, up towards halfway, goes over the head of Green, and it can be cleaned up here from behind by Danny Collins for Barnet, who in June 2018, Danny Collins, was actually nominated in the top 100 for the Golden Boy nominees, which is a very prestigious, award and trophy. And he's now 25, and his career's kind of derailed a bit into non-league as he was coming through the Stuttgart Academy. But it's just injuries just really had a negative effect on his career while in Germany, hence why he's down in the lower leagues in England. But Barnet still building from the back, looking towards Kabamba on the left-hand side as it's been kicked out of play by Raglan. Put his boot high to kick the ball away, and he kind of met Kabamba. As he kicked it, Kabamba stayed down, just getting back to his feet now. Barnett's number 9. Let's have a look. Raglan just getting his foot there for the ball. I wouldn't really say it was a high boot, to be honest. The ball was there to be won, and he's put his boot up there, and Kabamba's gone with his head. It's just unfortunate. There's this Barnet throw-in now. Oldham had the throw-in there. It came off Kabamba last. And they're throwing it into Lundstrom, and then Lundstrom tries to return it back to Freeman, who had the throw-in, but it's gone behind him, and then straight out for a throw-in for Barnet in the Oldham half. They're just losing a bit of grip on this game, Oldham. Half an hour to go. 1 goal each, both from the penalty spot. Barnet clipping down the left-hand side. Header won by Freeman, who gave the penalty away. Will not drop, though, for an Oldham player. It's now with Pritchard on the left-hand side. Down the line it goes to Kanu, towards the byline. He enters the 18-yard box. He needs to find a pullback. He does do so, and I don't know who that's come off. I think it's a corner. Kabamba was racing in the box to try and get in the end of the cross. I think Callum Stead was also getting in there as well. Hooper as well. Found Kanu. Raglan didn't go towards him. Freeman tried to recover, and it was saved at the near post by the feet of the goalkeeper. And on the far side, it's a corner for Barnet. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinger from captain Dale Gorman. In it goes, near post again, header won by Norman, flicked away by number 19, Dan Gardner. But only as far as the Barnet left-hand side, where it will be kept alive and recycled towards the edge of the box here, where it can be headed on. Well, it's attempted to be headed on by Oluwo, but it's cleared by Barnet in the end. Cleared by Oldham, and then cleared by Barnet again. And cleared again by Oldham. Mark Kitchen sliced it out. Thrown for Barnet just inside the Oldham half. Thrown quickly into Hooper. It's a short ball back towards Gorman. And it's won back now for Oldham on halfway by Gardner. And what a switch out to the right-hand side. Finds Norwood, driving inside, trying to play it through into the box, looking for Fondop, finds him on the angle, roof of the net. What a goal, and Oldham retake the lead. On the break, the Oldham fans are absolutely wild. And after so much domination, Barnet find themselves behind again. Fondop is an absolute terrific game. He won the penalty through hard work. He's now been repaid for his hard work by Norwood, who scored the penalty. He's now the provider for this goal. In behind the defence, in the box, and it's not an easy finish. It really isn't. The ball was won back really well by Gardner, who sprayed it out to the right-hand side to find James Norwood, who's driving more inside, and he found a gap in between the Barnet centre-backs. And as he played it through into the 18-yard box, it was going more towards the byline. And Fondop was racing towards it to try and get the best angle possible. And with the left foot at the near post, again, it's another shot that's hit the roof of the net. And Oldham have the lead. What a finish. Left foot, lifted, roof of the net, beyond the goalkeeper, who didn't have a chance. It went past him in a flash. And we're just under half an hour to go. Barnet 1, Oldham 2. And they're going to make a defensive change here, Oldham. They're going to bring on captain Liam Hogan. They're number 4. Won this division with Mark Kitchen as Stockport County captain back in 2022. And he will replace number 23, Kieran Freeman, who I think is very glad to be coming off the pitch. The right back, who's had an absolute horror show against Idris Kanu for Barnet. So Liam Hogan comes on just after scoring. And Oldham have a lead. It's been all Barnet with possession, but when Oldham have had a chance, they've either come very close to scoring or have scored. And Mike Fondop with the goal. Thoroughly deserved for the Barnet number 9. For the Oldham number 9. Sorry. Fondop scored here last season in their last meeting in late February in a 3-1 win for Oldham. They're currently 2-1 up, and he has scored again. They'd very happily take another 3-1 win here at Barnet, but they've got some defending to do now for the last 26 plus added on time. 26 minutes plus added on time. So Barnet have got work to do again. The thing with Barnet, they've had a lot of the ball, but from open play, they've struggled to create openings. They've had a lot of opportunities come close from corners. As Carney wins a free kick here. Driving inside on Green. Taken quickly though by Hartigan out to the left-hand side here. I think it's Pritchard on it. It's back to Hartigan. Pritchard again in the final third. 1-on-1 with Green. Plays it down the line to Carnu, who's still onside on the byline. Enters the box. No one wants to really tackle him. It is in the end Sharon to put a tackle in on him, and they clear it up long, and it's been brought down again by Fondop. On the Oldham right, just inside his own half here. He's waiting for support. He's not got much of it. He still keeps it though, Fondop. What forward play that is. And then switches it out to the left to Mark Kitchen, who drives into the Barnet half. Goes backwards to keep possession for Oldham. Goes into his own half here to McGay. Finds his goalkeeper on the edge of the 18-yard box. He shifts it on once more to the right to Liam Hogan. He's come off the bench for Oldham tonight. Long ball forward. Can't find Norwood. Picked up here by Akimo. And he feeds out to the left-hand side here to Pritchard. He scored from the penalty spot. Wanting to create this time. His cross just on the edge of the box is blocked by number 4, Liam Hogan. But it's returned to Barnet. And they switch out to the right-hand side here to Gorman. Back inside it goes to Collins. He's got Norman furthest right. He's got Callum Stead in support as well. Finds Gorman. Again, not many options. So goes back to Collins, who's about 40 yards away from goal here. And he's been forced to go back to the halfway line. Closing down the space very well here, Oldham. They're going to have a lot of defensive work to do to close these 3 points out. Aluwo on the halfway line for Barnet. Goes to his left here to Akimo. on the far side. Chased down by Norwood. He lays it off to Carney, midway inside the Oldham half. He drives inside again and then curls the ball out to the right to Gorman. Collins in support, plays it forward instead to the edge to Stead, who tries to take it on the turn to work a chance for a shot, but he's tackled by Sherrin. And it's Gardner to work out to the right again to Norwood. He goes back here to Green. He plays it back forward again to Fondop, who just drifted out to the right-hand side. Lays it back off to Green. First time ball over the top into the Barnet half. It won't be chased down there by James Norwood. It can be recollected by Jerome Akimo for Barnet. And it's the home side again on the ball. We've got 2 away games coming up after this. A league game against Wealdstone at the weekend, and then an FA Cup trip on the 2nd of December to Newport, before they return back to the Hive Stadium on the 12th of December, where they take on Dagenham and Redbridge. Ball over the top there by Barnet towards, I think it was Callum Stead. He was just caught offside, unfortunately, for the home side, as again they trail and they chase down a deficit. As before the free kick will be taken, Barnet will make a change. Gary Hooper, 35 years of age now, made his first start for the club in his 9th appearance. Didn't quite get on the score sheet. He was looking dangerous. He liked to drop deep for the ball, and he was linking play up every now and then in the first half. But the second half, his effect on the game definitely lessened for sure. But it's definitely a nice little signing they've made there through Gary Hooper, the very experienced striker who scored over 250 career goals. And he will be replaced by number 7, Courtney Senior, who is usually a right winger. So that might push Callum Stead now more centrally, the former Brackley striker. And Callum Senior will then go out wide. As Oldham have it, as we're back underway, midway side the Barnet half, with Mike Fondop, who's having a fantastic game. He's been closed down from behind by Nakamba, so he's been forced back towards his own goal, but he's been pulled down by Nakamba, and it'll be a free kick. Nicky Kabamba, not happy with his side, wants them to work harder. He shouldn't think that he should be tracking all the way back to try and tackle the opposition number 9. As it's going to be a yellow card for someone. I think it is for Nakamba, a bit of a cheap yellow card really. I don't think it's a yellow. It's just chasing him down, just a little pull on the arm to bring him down. It's got to be something he said. Yellow card for someone. It'll be Gardner to take. Out into the path of the left-hand side where Kitchen's got forward. You play it back into Gardner here. Right foot, in-swinger, towards the goal. Header won by an Oldham player. It's saved, though, by the goalkeeper. And it drops to the edge of the box for Barnet as they clear into the sky. By Collins, headed back forward by McGay. Helped on by Raglan. Cleared, though, by Oluwo. Only as far as Hogan, who helps it back forward again towards Fondop on the right-hand side, who gets the ball with a slide tackle. And it'll be a Barnet throw-in. It's a bit of a dangerous one. Bit of stud showing. Fondop saying he's dived a bit there, Idris Kanu. The tackle from Fondop was definitely one of them when you kind of hold your breath as he slides in, but he did win the ball very cleanly, to be fair. Then took out the man as well, just for good measure. Idris Kanu's back to his feet. He's fine. Barnet throwing, and they've already taken it, and they've already switched out to the right-hand side, where it is. Collins driving forward from right centre half. His first pass has been blocked there by Oldham's number 19, Dan Gardner, who's got over 180 League One appearances. Dan Gardner, playing for the likes of Chesterfield, Oldham in League One as well, and Bury as well. Made the playoff semi-finals in League One for Chesterfield back in 2015, but were beaten by Preston. So Dan Gardner's definitely got league ability, but he's currently in non-league at the minute. As Paul Johnson, the referee, just wants a word here with Devan Green, who's on a yellow card. And Devan Green's on that Oldham right, who having to try to deal with the absolute non-stop threat of Idris Kanu. So I think the referee's just saying, just be careful what you're doing when you're defending, because you don't want a second yellow card. Kanu has it here, midway side the Oldham half. He's kicked it off Devan Green for a throw for his side, which has been taken quickly and thrown back into their own half here. They're going to have to restart from the back here with Oluwo. He gets out to the right-hand side here to Collins. Out to the furthest right, and it's Senior. Down the line to Gorman. Plays a ball inside to the 18-yard box. It'll be cleaned up in the box there by Gardner. And cleared eventually by Oldham. Only as far, though, is Hartigan. It's been brought down here on the right side to Senior, the substitute. Edge of the box. Can't find a pass out to the right side, blocked by Mark Kitchen. Norwood fires out to the left-hand side to Fundop, who's going to get there with a nice little sprint. And he'll play a heavy touch into the box, looking to try and outpace Akimo, and it's going to be a goal kick. Fundop thought that Akimo got the last touch as he was cleared down the left by Norwood to Fundop, who got there with a very funny sprint, really stretching the legs. And he played a heavy touch into the 18-yard box and tried to get around Akimo. And Akimo did get a touch on the ball, but the referee thought that touch then came off Fundop again. Fondop, sorry, not Fundop, Fondop. But the referee gave a goal kick. And Oldham's already got the ball back and they've cleared it long. Norwood in behind, he gets there ahead of the centre-back. Norwood, through on goal! Whiskers wide. The ball went long from the goal kick and they won the ball back and cleared it over the top there. And Norwood gave chase to it and got there first as well. I think it was Sharon with the ball over the top. And Norwood got there ahead of Oluwo and right-footed, just struck wide of the right post. And Barnet survive a scare with under 20 minutes to go. You feel like another goal for Oldham will see this game through. Carnew again in the left wing position, final third. He's one-on-one here with Devon Green. He's got Lundstrom as well there, trying to stop him. He goes on the inside to Hartigan. Once more to his right to Collins, 30 yards from goal. Forward and out wide right to Courtney Senior. One-on-one with Mark Kitchen on this near side. He goes back to Gorman. Oluwo. Gorman. Curling ball down the right channel. Finds Collins, whose cross comes off McGay. And it will be a corner kick for Barnet. Good defending by number 17, Harrison McGay for Oldham. He was at Liverpool during his youth career. An awful injury last season. He only played 6 times last season. He was out from September with a horrible back injury. And he missed the first 15 of this season with that back injury. So he's out for pretty much a year, Harrison McGay. Thankfully, he's back playing football again after that back injury. Started 5 of the last 6 now in the National League. As captain, Dale Gorman will be replaced here by number 33, Zach Brunt, who was one of 4 swapped out from their starting 11 against Gateshead at the weekend. So Zach Brunson, 4 goals for him so far this season, all in the National League. 0 in his last 8 though, as he puts this corner in. It's a header won by Fondop on the 6-yard line. Can't be helped away on the edge of the box. It is eventually by Raglan, and it'll drop only as far as Hartigan on the halfway line for Barnet. Feeds it back out to the right-hand side here to Brunt. Back to Hartigan again. He'll be closed down by Norwood. That forces him back midway inside his own half here for Walker, the goalkeeper. Akimo out to the left-hand side to Carnew. Trying to get away from Devon Green as he drives inside here, looking across the pitch for Barnet. His pass is blocked, but it deflects to a Barnet man, so the home side keeping possession. Ball forward, in between the lines, finds Zach Brunt, who is then brought down by Mark Kitchen. No, says the referee. Fair challenge from the Oldham left-back, and they want to look to counter-attack. Norwood, forward to Fondop. Back to Norwood in the centre circle, but he loses it as Kitchen was making a bombing run. But then they lose it again. Courtney Senior, poor ball over the top now for Oldham. That's a cracking ball. Fondop takes it early, looking to lob the goalkeeper on the edge of the box, but it's easily caught. Didn't get the right power on it. It's Barnet again to survive, giving the ball away so cheaply. Both teams there, to be fair. Both gave it away at one point, and Oldham with the teams getting behind. Brunt. Ball through, intercepted with the head of McGay. Drops to Lundstrom, who tries to play into the path of Norwood on the halfway, but he makes a run forward. Lundstrom played it short, and Barnet win it back. Pass deflects out of play, though, for a throw for Barnet, taken quickly by Carnew, midway side the Oldham half. He has it here on the far side. Again, battling with Green one-on-one. It's been a constant theme of this second half. He goes inside to Hartigan, who goes across to the right once more to Collins, 35 yards from goal this time. Back out to the right side to Courtney Senior. Crosses it, it deflects to the edge of the 18-yard box where it'll be picked up by Oldham's number 14, Sharon. Over the top ball again, looking to get in behind, and Norwood shrugs off the Barnet defender. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. Norwood takes it around Walker. Empty net, and Oldham lead 3-1. The last meeting between these two sides was a 3-1 victory for the away side in late February. And it looks like they're making their way to another 3-1 win at the Hive Stadium. And it's just very simple but very effective counter-attacking play for the away side. Barnet just giving it away so easily, not creating anything from open play at all. And a Sharon's ball over the top into the Barnet half was brought down by James Norwood as he outmuscled Adebola Oluwo. And as he bared down on goal there, Norwood, he entered the 18-yard box. He was one-on-one with the goalkeeper, faced him up, took it round him to his right, 8 yards out, empty net. Easy finish for James Norwood, and that is now 6 National League goals in his last 7 games, and that is now 10 for the season for James Norwood. 10 goals now in the National League in 20 appearances. As the man who's just been out-muscled off the ball for the goal, Adebola Oluwo, will be replaced by Barnet head coach Dean Brennan. And it's a huge mountain to climb now for the home side. Really good away performance though from Oldham under new manager Mickey Mellon. As Oldham have already won the ball back inside their own half. Oh, it's given away really short though by number 19, Dan Gardner. He's now senior on the right hand side for Barnet. He's got the overlap of Cropper, who's just come off the bench as a substitute for Barnet. Number 32, he won promotion with Grimsby a few seasons ago through the playoffs. Jordan Cropper. He's got a long throw in as well, to bear in mind. I'm pretty sure Jordan Cropper. As they've worked out to the left-hand side, it's Kanu again, who seems like they're relying on a little bit to try and create something. Barnet plays it inside again to Hartigan. To his left. To Pritchard, keeps the ball moving. To Senior on the right-hand side. Tries to feed down the line to Zach Brunt. Deflects off Mark Kitchen. Thrown for Cropper, who's got a long throw, and he throws it into the box. Header won by McGay. As far as the edge of the box for Barnet as they keep it alive here. Cropper swings across in. It deflects, loops into the sky. Helped on towards Kabamba. Been forced away to the edge of the box here by Raglan. It's now Carnew on the left. Slips over the ball, but just about keeps it away from Devon Green. Akimo lays it off again to Carnew, who plays it across the right to Courtney Senior, who from right wing just come into a central midfield position. And out to the right it goes here to Cropper. He's got Brunt in support. He'll play it to Brunt. Back it goes to Hartigan. On the angle for a cross. He miscues it towards the near post, and it can be easily saved by Oldham's number 13, Matthew Hudson. And Oldham, once again, defend absolutely superbly. They've not moved. They've not done an inch wrong defensively, Oldham, other than the penalty kick they gave away, who is now off the pitch, Kieran Freeman. There's a long ball forward. They've aimed for Fondop. It's been seen out for a throw for Barnet right on the corner flag on the far side. Really good attacking work there, closing it down and chasing the ball down from Mike Fondop, who's got the goal and assist tonight. Put them back in the lead, Mike Fondop. There's Gary Gardner. Gary Gardner? That's a Birmingham midfielder, sorry. Dan Gardner. So I've commented on Birmingham last week. So midfielder Dan Gardner is going to be replaced by forward Hallam Hope. For Oldham. Number 19 off for number 20. There he goes. On the pitch he goes. So midfielder on for more of a striker, really. So I wonder what they're going to set up like here. From that throw from the corner flag. It's with Collins, who backheels it quite nicely in the end to Akimo. In a left-back position, he just needs to get rid. And he does fire it down the left-hand side. Chested down by Kabamba towards Carnew, but it's picked up here by Sharon. Down the line it goes to Fondop, who wins the throw in there. Tackled from behind, I think it was by Pritchard. Pokes it away for a throw-in for Oldham, midway side the Barnet half, with Devon Green to take. Thanks to everyone who is here. It's absolutely fantastic numbers. If you could like and subscribe and stick around till the end, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Just under 10 minutes ago, 9.5 minutes to be exact, plus added on time. Throw-in by Devon Green taken. He'll chase his own throw-in as it came off the chest of Carnu. Then off Green, and then for a throw-in for Barnet, which has been taken quickly, thrown into their 18-yard box here with Danny Collins. He will drive forward from his 18-yard box and plays out to the right to Cropper. It does look like Barnet are going to lose 3 games in a row. Chesterfield, Gateshead, and now Oldham. Last time they lost 3 in a row was in February of this year. This is with Pritchard. Inside he goes to Hartigan on the halfway. Playing out to the right to Cropper, who came off the bench after the 3rd goal. Cropper goes back into his own half with number 4, Danny Collins. Pritchard on the far side on the halfway line, gives it away. Poor ball, Norwood. Fondop into the path, Hope's in there. Oh, it's a poor touch and he's been taken away from him. Tackled by Cropper. They definitely got some good link-up play there, Norwood and Fondop. And Fondop's killer ball towards Hallam Hope nearly got him in behind for a goal, but his touch just took it away from him and he was eventually tackled in the end. So, with just about 8 minutes to go, Oldham are holding on. Taken by Green. He's only got Fondop really to aim for. As he throws it in towards him, it gets away from him in the end and it can be brought away by Akimo. On the edge of the 18-yard box, Hartigan. Out to the right he goes. Can they try and build something here? Jordan Cropper forward to Sinu. Passes the halfway line on the right-hand side. Goes back to the halfway line to Cropper to keep possession. Collins, back out to the right, it goes to Cropper. Down the line to Brunt, back inside to Cropper, nice 1-2 there, then down the line once more towards Senior, who will keep it in with a back heel, but only as far as Kitchen, who will lay it off here to McGay. Low clearance, but it does find Norwood nicely. Hope. Back it goes to Kitchen, slams it away into the Barnet half. Fondop will give chase on Akimo, and Fondop will get there ahead of him. Back to goal, holds it up, but he's been tackled there. Good recovery by Akimo, who seemed to have got himself in a bit of a mess at the beginning there. As Fondop got the ball first originally, but then Akimo won it back. And Barnet drive down the left-hand side with Idris Kanu. Takes on one player. Driving towards the corner flag here, running out of room, Idris Kanu. So he plays a ball backwards into Hartigan. Bit of a difficult ball to control, but he chests it down nicely. And then sprays it out to the right side with a good switch to Cropper on this near side. Goes to Brunt. Number 33 for Barnet. Goes back to Cropper, who's number 32. Back down the line to Brunt again. Final third. He fancies a shot across, which deflects off Mark Kitchen. And it will be a Barnet corner on this near side. If they're going to want to try and get a point from this game, making it 3-2 as soon as possible will help their cause. And they're only dangerous from corners, really. Left-footed ball goes in. It's a header that's been won as well. 6 yards out. And I think it's Danny Collins with the header. And he just misdirects it high and wide. Decent in-swinging ball from Brunt. Yeah, 6 yards out. Collins won the header, but it wasn't directed anywhere near goal. And Barnet still look for this second goal to try and get them back in the game. Try and avoid 3 league losses on the bounce. Goal kick to be taken here. It's a big kick. Headed inside by Fondop towards Hope, who doesn't quite get there ahead of Cropper. And it's now Barnet to have a free kick. It's Fondop. Just commits a foul there on Collins. Still battling for the ball. Already played out to the right side. 5 minutes to go. Still 3-1. Barnet struggling here from open play. They just don't look like they can break through Oldham's defence. The goal came from a penalty, which was well won by Idris Kanu on the left-hand side. He's been Barnet's pretty much only good player, really. And they've lost it there. Akimo, try to feed it out to the left to Khan, who just plays it behind him. It's a simple 10-yard pass, and he plays it behind him, and it goes out of play. It's really poor. Barnet is struggling at the minute. Obviously, this will be 3 losses on the bounce, but I think there's just something deeper than that, really. You know, they were 9 unbeaten, in fairness, before these back-to-back losses. They'd won 7 and drawn 2. But just really struggling to create any big chances from open play, to be honest. From what I've seen tonight, anyway. There's a hopeful ball forward to the edge of the box. Has been won back by Courtney Senior, but then tackled again by McGay on the edge of the 18-yard box and hammered away by Mark Kitchen. Up towards halfway, where it can't be won by Fondop. Well, won back for Barnet again by Akimo. They've already fizzed it out to the right side, now to Cropper. He's getting forward from full-back. Gets the return here from Stead, who's been awfully quiet tonight. In the second half. Barnet's number 10. Signed from Brackley in the summer. Akimo. Down the left side it goes again, and no one's there. Straight out to play. It's been a great performance tonight for Oldham, and these 3 points will see them 2 points away from that top 7 spot that they want for playoffs. Altrincham currently sitting 7th with 32 points. This win puts Oldham onto 30 points. It'll be their 7th win of the season. It'll be their 4th win away from home. They've beaten the likes of Kidderminster, Rochdale and Woking away. They've only lost now 1 of their last 6 away from home if this result stays the same. So things are definitely going in the right direction now under Mickey Mellon, their new manager. As Oldham clear up the field. It'll be brought down though here by Cropper. And he plays out towards the left side, cut out on halfway by Lundstrom. Fondop just settles down possession and goes backwards here to Raglan. Cleared away first time here by the goalkeeper Hudson. Headed away by Collins, picked up by Lundstrom midway side the Barnet half. He's twisting turn, he plays out to the right hand side here on the far side to Green, who's getting forward here. Chasing down the Oldham right, tries a cross, it's blocked, but then it falls to Lundstrom, puts a cross in himself towards Norwood over his head. Not cleared well enough by Cropper, falls to the edge of the box here to Fondop. Kitchen feeds out to the left to Hope, and then gets the return. Kitchen in the box, been forced outside the box here, being chased down by 3 Barnet players, and eventually they'll take it off him through Callum Stead. He's then brought down from behind by Hope, and it'll be a free kick in the right back area for Barnet. 2 minutes to go, plus added on to time. Really do appreciate the amount of numbers in here tonight, and who have stuck around as well. We've had pretty high numbers throughout. Really does help the channel out massively. And all of you who could, if all you hear, like and subscribe, it just really does push this channel more than you believe. Like, all YouTubers say that, and everyone's like, "Why? Like doesn't matter that much." No, it really does. So thanks to everyone who is doing that. It is very appreciated. 3 other commentaries coming up this weekend. They are all on the channel already scheduled, so go and check them out later on this weekend. Cropper with a wild, well, it's not wild, it's quite a decent little ball in the 6-yard box. It had a lot of pace on it, and it was quite a high one. Might have took someone's head off if anyone attempted to head the ball, attempted to head that cross, but it went straight into the very thankful hands of Matthew Hudson, the 25-year-old Oldham goalkeeper, who kicks out of his hands on the edge of the 18-yard box. Deep one, right towards the edge of the Barnet 18-yard box, where it would be Collins to head back to his goalkeeper Walker, who rolls it out quickly to Hartigan, who's allowed to turn forward and plays out to the right to Senior on this near side on halfway. Goes back into his own half to Hartigan, then out to the left to Akimo. Oldham set up in their defensive positions to try and avoid any late scares, any late comebacks. No late heartbreak wanted for Oldham. 7-hour round trip pretty much for the fans and the supporter, for the fans and the team. Zach Brunt's ball forward, intercepted on the edge of the 18-yard box by Hogan, and his clearance has been flicked on by Fondop into the path of Norwood on the right-hand side. He's charging down the right. He plays into the path of Hope in the box. He takes it on first time, and Oldham lead 4-1. It's been a splendid away performance down in London for Oldham, and they will take all 3 points, and deservedly so. Barnet are falling apart. The wheels are coming off, and it looks like the title ambitions are very quickly fading in front of their eyes. Off the bench, Halam Hope gets the goal. Oldham's number 20 It's his second of the season. It's his first in a month. His last one came in a 4-3 away win to Rochdale. And now he's got one in a 4-1 away win at Barnet. Good defending from Hogan to head it away. And it was an even better header into the path of Norwood by Fondop. And to get his second assist of the night, Norwood has slipped it into the path of Hope. And around 16 yards out, just entering the 18-yard box. Hits it first time, into the bottom left corner. Beyond Laurie Walker. In the Barnet goal. And the owner, Frank Rothwell, who is quite the character himself, is absolutely delighted. And Barnet supporters start making their way to the exits. 8 minutes of added on time. We're already a minute into it. And Oldham 4-1 up away from home. They're yet to beat a top 6 side this season. And they're doing it now. As play, again, restart. It's just been delayed here. James Norwood just struggling a little bit. Oldham's new signing from Barnsley, who scored tonight and got 2 assists. 33 years of age, though, so, when you play, when you just work your absolute socks off, it does take out you. He's hobbling off, though, which isn't a great look, unfortunately. Yeah, they've not beat any of the top 6 sides this season away from home. They did beat Aldershot, who are now in the playoff spots at home, 5-1 in the second game of the season. So away from home, it's going to be their 4th win. Only 2 losses away from home, which is pretty decent. And James Norwood, who just can't quite see the game through, is going to be replaced. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's going to be coming off for number 7. Kurt Willoughby, brought on in a free from Chester, where he lost in the playoff semi-finals in the National League North last season for Chester, where he scored 20 goals last season in the 6th tier of English football. Finally, Oldham got a top manager. He will go for well, they've definitely got one with a CV which is perfect for promotion. He's been promoted from this division twice through the playoffs, once through winning the title with Fleetwood in 2012. And he has seen an absolute defensive masterclass tonight, and the counter-attacking has been top class as well. Really good from Oldham. They've definitely got a platform to work on now. As it's Fondop, midway inside his own half, moving the ball away from defenders, but his ball over towards Kitchen's paw, but as he was releasing the ball, he was fouled by Akimo. And we've got 5 minutes left of the 8 added on. Thanks, FC, for the commentary. See you again. Thank you very much for everyone who has tuned in tonight. It's been a very good commentary in terms of the numbers we've had with the likes and everyone subscribing, and we've been absolutely blessed with 5 goals as well, which is all you can ask for as a commentator. And it's been a very good game. I mean, Barnet, open play, have really struggled, badly. Their goal came from a penalty. Oldham's first came from a penalty as well, because they struggled in the first half to create from open play, but Barnet's from open play, they've just created no big chances. They've just not really threatened Oldham's goal, and every time Oldham have won the ball and counter-attacked, they've looked like scoring a lot of the time, and the majority of times they have, hence why they've scored 4 goals. Definitely something needs to give for Barnet, because they're struggling. Obviously 3 losses in a row now, last 3 games, and Oldham are on a little decent run themselves now, which is nice to see. Only 1 loss in their last 12 National League games now for Oldham. It'll be 6 wins, 5 draws, just the 1 loss. Akimo on halfway. It's gone back in the end to Collins, who plays it into the centre circle here with Anthony Hartigan. Goes out to the right to Cropper, midway side the Oldham half. He goes inside to Senior, who gets away from one challenge and plays it into Stead. Back out he goes to Cropper. Tries to play it forward towards Stead again, but it's deflected out for another throw in here for Barnet, which can be taken quickly. It's a long one into the 18-yard box. It's been flicked on towards Kabamba, who will get onto it. Edge of the box, kind of side onto goal, but he's been flagged offside. As it was helped on there by Callum Stead. Kabamba was in an offside position. And nothing can be made from that chance. And it's a free kick for the away side, who lead by 4-1. They are now 2 points off from the playoffs. And it's just been an all good trip all round. Even though the Oldham fans will probably be getting home about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, it'll be all worth it when they're going into work tomorrow morning with big smiles on their faces after their nice little trip down south into London. Free kick goes long towards Fondop, headed on by Akimo. Chested down in the end by Pritchard and hooked down the left-hand side, looking towards Kabamba. He's been out-muscled there by Liam Hogan. No, he hasn't been out-muscled by Liam Hogan. He's been fouled by Liam Hogan. I thought he got the ball there, the Oldham captain, who's been booked. Doesn't think he should have been. Yeah, he's very much questioning that decision. I don't think it's a booking for Liam Hogan. It's probably a free kick, just bundled. I think it was Carnu or Kabamba off the ball, but I don't think it was a yellow card. They've taken it quickly. Barnet crossed it into the box. He doesn't even enter the box from Zach Brunt. Headed away on the edge of the box there by Hogan. Going as far as Collins at the back. He's worked out to the right to Senior. He's been dispossessed here by Hope. Has it now just inside the Oldham half. Working away from Senior on the Oldham left. Passes the halfway line here. Just slowing the game down. Playing it inside to Fondop. Goes back into his own half here with Sharon. Back here once more to McGay. Into the midfield it goes. Where it's Lundstrom to be pulled down by Callum Stead. Just inside his own half. And with a minute left of the 8 to play. It's been a superb away performance from Mickey Mellon's men. He's been at the club now for a month. It's his 7th game in charge. And it looks like his way of playing is just starting to gel. And everyone's starting to create an understanding. They've got a really good strong back line. They've got hard work in midfield, and Fondop and Norwood up front is a decent little partnership. They have lost it here though, and Callum Stead has it in a right wing position for Barnet. He crosses it into the box towards Kabamba in the 6-yard area. His right boot was up there to try and get a flick on the ball, but it went straight through for the goalkeeper. I don't think it would have stood anyway. I think there was an offside flag up anyway from the build-up. But Kabamba has not quite been his night. He's at the bar tonight. He's at the goal disallowed as well. Nicky Kabamba. As the ball's been cleared far into the Barnet half. It nearly drops towards Fondop. The header away from Barnet goes to far as Pope for Oldham, who have got it in the Barnet half. Fondop chasing away from Pritchard, and he releases it to the halfway line to Liam Hogan. Low ball down the right channel, looking for the run there of Willoughby, who will not get there ahead of Akimo. But Akimo's clearance does come off Willoughby. It'll be a throw for Barnet, taken quickly into the 18-yard box for the goalkeeper, Laurie Walker. And Barnet are now 32 goals conceded so far this season now. We've played over the 8 minutes. We did have a little bit of delay to kick off, so we'll probably play until about 100, maybe even just 99. Courtney Senior on halfway. Goes back to Hartigan. Forward into the pocket of space here where Zach Brunt's found himself. Furthest left is Carnu. He receives the ball onto his right foot. Low cross, header won by Liam Hogan, and it'll run through for a Barnet throw-in. I think it'll be a long throw-in here by Jerome Akimo, the 35-year-old centre-half on his 75th appearance for Barnet. He gets the return, it's a short throw-in, and he gets it back into Brunt, who then crosses it. It's a deep one, far post, Kabamba goes for it. The goalkeeper drops it, and it falls to Callum Stead, who has a shot. It's a wild one over the bar. Never really got control of the strike there. Barnet's number 10. And it's a goal kick for the away side, and it looks like they've done their job. And it looks like once this goal kick's taken, we'll get the referee's whistle, Paul Johnson. Yeah, deep one went in. Kabamba went to challenge the goalkeeper for it. I think it's pretty fair, to be honest. He dropped it, the goalkeeper, and then Callum Stead's strike went over the bar. As the goalkeeper clears it deep into the Barnet half. It's a header won by Fondop, only as far as Collins, who sends it down the Barnet right towards Kabamba. It comes off McGay last, so Kabamba has a throw in here. He wants to try and take it quickly. He does do so, throws it into Cropper. He has to go back to the halfway line for Barnet. And he goes forward towards Akimo, down the left-hand side, and that's where the referee will blow the whistle. Barnet have lost 3 on the bounce now. First time they've done it since February of this year. And it's now Oldham who are on the good run. 1 loss in their last 12 now in the league for Oldham. They are now 10th in the division, 2 points off the playoffs. And with that defeat, Barnet are now 8 points behind leaders Chesterfield. And the leaders have also got a game in hand. It's a fantastic night for those travelling supporters who've come 7 hours there and back to watch their side pick up a valuable 3 points. Not just a valuable 3 points, but a very impressive show to get them as well. The goal scoring started in the first half with James Norwood from the penalty spot. Mike Fondop was chasing down the ball, which was reaching the Barnet goalkeeper, and as he tried to play it out to the right-hand side, it came off his own defender, straight into the path of Fondop, who was chasing the ball into the 18-yard box. He got there ahead of the keeper, who then took him out with a sliding tackle with his head. I know it was bizarre, and it gave away a penalty, which was dispatched by James Norwood. That was the score at half-time, and then 10 minutes after the break, Barnet got a penalty of their own, and it was the man who can hold his head up high, Idris Kanu for Barnet, was an absolute menace all night for Barnet. He won the penalty, driving inside, being brought down from behind by right back Kieran Freeman, and the penalty was dispatched into the roof of the net by Harry Pritchard. And then after that, again, Barnet had the majority of the possession, no big chances created, and every time Oldham got on the break, it looked like they were going to score. Fondop got his goal in the end with half an hour to go from a very tight angle, slipped through by James Norwood. And then again, Norwood was back on the score sheet for his second with 15 minutes to go. A long ball over the top, he outmuscled the defender, went down on one with the goalkeeper, took it around the goalkeeper into an open net, which made it 3-1 for Oldham with 15 to play. And just to wrap it up and to make sure of the 3 points, as we were entering into added on time, Hallam Hope received the ball into the box. It was a through ball by James Norwood, who gets 2 goals and 2 assists tonight, involved in every single goal. And it wrapped up the 3 points. Hope's finish into the bottom left corner. Barnet 1, Oldham 4. Barnet all the possession, barely any big chances, and Oldham sat back, soaked up the pressure, got them on the counter-attack, and looked far more dangerous than Barnet ever did and ever probably could during that game. Thanks to everyone who has liked and subscribed. Got 10 likes at the minute, I can see. Still 13 of you here. It's absolutely fantastic. Thanks for the commentary, mate. I wish for Barnet all the best. Yeah, hopefully Barnet do go on and pick up some form now. Like I said, they were 9 unbeaten before these back-to-back losses, so obviously, and the second place, so they can do it. It's just they need to get back on track and back doing what they were doing when they were picking up those points. Good commentary. Thank you very much. Made even better with this convincing win for the Latics. Yep. So there'll be definitely some very happy Oldham fans and some very happy Chesterfield fans who are now 8 points clear at the top with the game in hand. That was a great commentary. Definitely did your research. Keep going. You're very good. Thank you very much. Yep. Plenty of research, but I enjoyed it because it was something a bit different. I haven't researched hardly any of these players, so it was very fresh to find out some of these stats and facts, and I tried to use as many as possible, and I hope you found it very informative and you learned some new facts about some of these players that you may not have known before. But great commentary, chap. Thank you very much. Up the Latics. Yes, I'm very, very happy. Oldham supporters, and rightly so. It's a fantastic performance. You've got a new manager. It's all starting to work out. You know, you're out of the FA Cup, so it's just focus on the league. And I think you've got a pretty easy FA Trophy draw. I can't remember who it was against, but I know you've got a very favourable FA Trophy draw. But Oldham, under Mickey Mellon, who's been promoted from this division 3 times, he won the league in 2012. He got promotion with Tranmere in this division in 2018. He also got promotion in 2010 from this division as well. So Mickey Mellon is definitely the man to bring Oldham up the table. And let's see what's up next for Oldham. You know, playoffs is definitely a shout, and it's definitely something they should aim for. They've got the right manager. They've got a very good set of players as well. Oldham, high quality as you've seen tonight. And yeah, just to let you know, commentary's coming up on the channel. Saturday, 5:30 kick-off, Brentford against Arsenal in the Premier League. Sunday, 12 o'clock kick-off is Aberdeen Rangers. Make sure you're here for that one. And then the final one of the weekend is Everton against Manchester United at 4:30 on Sunday. And the commentaries for next week will be posted on the channel and scheduled. So if you ever want to know what commentaries are coming up, just check the channel and they'll more than likely be there, scheduled, ready to go for when the game does come up. So, yeah, I've got some more commentaries coming up this weekend. We've got loads coming up now. We haven't got an international break for 4 months. Get in. So there'll be loads of commentaries coming up, 3 or 4 a week minimum. So make sure you're subscribing and liking and you're checking the channel so you can come and get these live commentaries for free. And let's see where this channel takes us coming the end of the season. We've already got over 1,000 subscribers, which is brilliant. We're just looking to try and get some more watched hours. It's because the more watched hours we get, then we can get monetized and then money can start being made and we can start improving this channel even further, bring even more commentaries, try and maybe bring a podcast maybe, if that's possible. Maybe a bit of a podcast if you'd like that. We'll wait and see, but we've got to keep watching these streams, get those watched hours up. Even during the day, I've got some FM saves from the past if you want to go and check them out. Any watching of this channel does help me out massively. We're still quite a bit away with the hours watched, so any kind of watching you do on this channel is so appreciated. You actually don't understand. It really does help when you watch this channel. Gets those watched hours up, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get monetized pretty soon, hopefully, but we'll wait and see. But from tonight, from the Hive Stadium, we have watched Barnet and Oldham. Barnet, second place still, but they are now 3 losses on the bounce. They huffed, they puffed, they had so much possession, but barely created any chances. They scored from the spot, but shipped 4 down at the other end. Oldham, on the other hand, defended superbly, counter-attacked with class. And at the end of this game, out of the Hive Stadium, it has ended Barnet 1, Oldham 4.